within 90 seconds. If it's Iranian, it's gonna take like 10 minutes to hit the wire because it has to come from over there. So you're not gonna know immediately. Like you're just gonna be cooked. At least I know the character I'm dealing with here. With this, remember what I said about this 950 macro? 950 macro was bullish. You don't short the 950 macro ahead of Michigan Consumer Sentiment. They're releasing it to go higher. They want to go higher, not lower. Don't short this. Shorts are not allowed for the 950 macro on Michigan Consumer Sentiment. They are not allowed. It is bullish from 950 until like 953, 95% of the time. That's insane. 300 says. Do not short this. So help me God, don't do that. I don't know what these people are getting ready to do here inside the zone. Let me log into my trade copper and get myself acclimated. I couldn't even loan it if I wanted to. It's best to wait for the market to stabilize right now. It's unstable based off of what Trump just said. The market doesn't know what's going on. It's rushing to try and price in what that dude just said. Okay, so understand what I just told you. We're hovering between negative and positive HVL right now. This is a dangerous environment. What did he say? He said that they're unreasonable. That's all he said. He didn't say nothing crazy. But the market dumped 900 ticks in 90 seconds off of that news. That's literally all he said. He didn't say nothing insane. I think that the market interpreted that as, hey, no deal. I don't know what the market interpreted that as. I'm gonna run a test limit order real quick.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
What? Did we just have a contract rollover?
Order submitted. Order canceled.
Did we just have a contract rollover? Am I missing something here?
I don't know, but a trade I took, the numbers don't make sense, so it might have been.
Yes. Is today OPEX? Did I not prepare Discord for OPEX?
I don't know. Mine could have been just because the candles are moving crazy, but
Order submitted. Order canceled.
Let me verify this information. They rolled this over. They rolled this over. Okay. My my Ninja Trader rolled over my contracts. What is that? Data, yeah, Michigan Consumer Sentiment. They're joking around. This is an insanely dangerous environment to be trading. My newswire said that the 5 year came in at 3.5, 3.4 versus 3.5 or something. Hold on, let me double check this.
Order submitted. Order canceled. Order submitted. Order canceled. Order canceled.
This is a dangerous environment, dude. You can blow an account in 60 seconds. Wow. With them dropping this news like this, look at that trend line. that. This weird shit they got going on here. Look at that weirdo stuff. Turn the market back green again after it was just down 0.5%. PK blew 500s. Irrelevant. He'll reset. Put his code in. I'll just tease him. Dean. He's a good dude, good trader. He's actually profitable. But still, though, still irrelevant. You know what I'm talking about. Nah, he logged off and it's gone. Oh, wow. Ran off. He blew 500s? What size was he trading on? What's the position sizing? Well, you can blow that in like 5 micros for real. So you can do that in 5 micros in this environment. It's always blow or go with him. Yeah. That makes the most amount of money, gets the most views. Teaching people how to save their accounts is the challenging part. Hold on. God body, Kenshi says. Yeah, that's God body, Kenshi. Data, Spooky says. Let me check the chat. Give me my yearly membership back. Buy or sell, long or short. Is that a bear flag? Where's our supply and demand? Right, Colt. Right. I got my flip day and I'm done. Yeah, call it a day. Bro, we need to be surviving this environment. That was funny, Colt. Thank you. That woke me up. You put me on alert, Colt. Thank you, sir. Got my sense of humor going for this morning. Look at that. Trump ended war with Iran today. Immediately walked back. NQ trend line. I see it. These candles are 50 points plus each at least, man. Yeah, this is dangerous, boy. It's like a switch goes off and on. All of a sudden, there's all the money in the market. Yeah, it's crazy. Triple tops on NQ, triple. Nah, ain't no triple. Mm-mm. This is close. High at 660. High at 660.25. Nope. Off by a tick. Because it's off by a tick, this point is higher, so no. They popped this high over here. Let me check out this data and let me try my best to interpret. Current conditions came in at 48.4, hot. Consumer sentiment came in better than expected. Cool, 48.9. Consumers feel better. 5-year expectations came in at 3.4. Last was 3.9, so it's dropping. Consumers think inflation is going to go lower. Consumer expectations skyrocketed as an outlier to 49.3. Forecast was for 44 point. Forecast was for 44.3. Beat. 1 year expectations came in at 4.6, and the last was for 4.8. Overall, I would say that this data, I'm not going to say bullish or bearish because data is not bullish or bearish, but I would say that that is a positive set of data. How the market wants to interpret that, I have no idea. But this data right over here, let me show Discord. This data is not bearish. This data is not negative. 1 year expectation beat. It beat the last one. It came in at 4.8. Consumer expectations, as in what the consumers expect, came in at 49.3. Forecast was for 44.3, which was they wanted it to go lower or slightly improve from last time. It skyrocketed by almost 10, by 10% outlier. Decent jump. 5-year expectations for what the consumers think that the economy, for what they think inflation is going to be like 5 years from now, came in at 3.4. Last was 3.9 2 weeks ago. Consumer sentiment came in at 48.9. forecast was 46.1. We're 4 for 4 on the beats across the board right now. So the consumers are quote unquote spending more money, like they feel more confident in the economy. Then the last one is current conditions because of the war. So it came in at 48.4. Estimate was for 46.2. Oh shoot, this is bullish off the chain. It just updated just now, as you can see, Discord. The 1 year expectations came in at 4.6, and the estimate was for 4.9. 5 year came in at 3.4. Estimate was 3.8. And obviously the data is still the same. Positive data. Don't short. Oil is still higher, so I think we could see a snapback here shortly. Boy, look at that. They recovered this entire dump. The only reason why they dumped it, I think, is just doing to fill that volume balance that Matt alerted us to. They shot this market up 1,400 ticks since that 950 macro. I told you not to short that 950 macro. You never short a 950 macro on Michigan consumer sentiment. You never do that. You will lose. You will lose 95% of the time if you press that short button at 950. Shorts are not allowed here. Shorts, Friday rules are in effect, just so that we're clear. I didn't go over this in the pre-market trading plan because I was a little bit behind. So I'm going to go over it now for this discourse to this. Michigan consumer sentiment at 10 a.m. and war with Iran is essentially over, or so they say. I understand you're unsure what to believe. Believe what they say and what the market is doing. Just look at your damn screen, okay? Just believe what they're saying, okay? Don't try and grow a brain. People that try to grow brains, they're not really successful in trading. But people that don't have a brain and don't know what they're looking at aren't successful either. Know what you know because you back tested it and just trade and just react. We're bullish until proven otherwise. I think multi-day buy side is going to kick back in right now. We're technically not back in intraday buy side until 29,848 is swept. However, I'm anticipating this is the objective. So I think that this is their overall objective over the next few days, this high here. However, I'm anticipating this is the objective because we had a complete shift in worldwide geopolitics just dropped. 950 macro was bullish 95% of the time. Heading into 10 a.m. Michigan consumer sentiment release. Shorts are not allowed. You need to operate as though we're back in intraday buy side again until further notice. Market will be far more stable as well. Well, until Trump said that weird news earlier. And then the market dumped 1,000 ticks in 4 minutes, 3 minutes. Expect positive HVL conditions again by tomorrow. So, but that got erased with this news here. So there's that. Friday rules are in effect from the terminology. Click on it and read it. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. Look at this squeeze from 950 here. Look at this squeeze from 950. That's 1,300 ticks since 950. You don't short the 950 macro on MCS. Just trust me, don't do that. I back tested that. I used to lose so much that I just started randomly back testing dozens of data points and just looking at price action. That's how I understand what the market's doing on certain days on certain news releases. Because I started to draw conclusions that the market has a behavior pattern and it does certain things. Understand what I just told you. You don't have to believe what I just told you. Just look at what I just told you. Just look at what I just told you. I've said this before too. Like, so this isn't the first time I told Discord this. They do this like 95% of the time. It's bull. I can't explain it. It's just bullish heading into 10 a.m. on MCS. The most dangerous thing you can do is short it, and what I would not do is short it from like 948, 949 until, honestly speaking, I've noticed it really starts to chill out like right around like 954-ish. 954 no later than 956 probably. But for sure, it's bullish for those 6 minutes, 6 to 7 minutes. Be on alert. Trump blessing the scalpers. Scalping this. These candles are huge. You'll blow up the account. It's best to be on alert. They just squeezed this, boy. Damn, they just flashed 720 just now on that QQQ. I wonder what that means. They just flashed at 740 just now on that SPY. They want to dump this. Go lower, it appears. Probably best I wait like another 5 minutes for these candles not to be 400 ticks in 60 seconds. What trading platform do you use? This is TradingView with my NinjaTrader funded accounts. This is a dangerous environment. If you goof around the wrong way, you could get cooked. It's dangerous. What's up, E? You need that mentorship? Yes, sir. We're here every day. You can join up. I can tell you one thing, E. The war ain't over until we take that oil. That is correct. Boy, until the United States gets what whatever it is, I have no idea why they're over there. I don't know, just like how y'all don't know. Because why would they disclose their ultimate objectives? They're not going to do that. Because if you know, then that means that the Iranians know. So why would they tell you what they're really trying to do? Like, just be transparent with you. They're not going to do that. But so whatever it is on as to why they're over there or what they're trying to do, they're not going to leave. I don't know what that objective is, but I do know that they're not going to leave until that's done. So they'll just keep on toying with us. I do know that. But that probably makes sense because Trump did allude to that. He did say, hey, why not take their oil? Why not take control of the island or whatever it is that he was talking about, whatever island, Karg Island, something. I don't know what he was saying. I don't know what bro was saying. I'm being serious. Look at that Adobe. Adobe at 200. Piece of crap. They want to go. I don't know where they want to go. Yeah. Until that happens, we don't know what they. We don't know why those people are over there. We don't know why those people are there. We got no idea why those people are there. We have no idea why those people are there. They want to go higher and flash to 720. They're trying to take ES up here to pop this high right over here at this 724. That's what it appears. They want to shoot this ES up to the zone and do a Judas swing.
They left a 10 on the Qs.
Wow. Close at 33. Low of 43. We'll put this alert here. They took that up there and they popped that high. Like I was telling you about. They don't want to go no lower. They want to take out that high. This is bullish, not bearish. That aligns perfectly with the psychological reasoning on this. Why would they just touch 720 and then just let people that just short 720 win? They're going to squeeze it in like 721-ish. That aligns perfectly. This is bullish, not bearish. They want to go higher, not lower. You need to make you need to be making an adjustment. They don't give a damn about that news that dumped this market initially. This market is bullish. You need to be operating as though that we're in we've never left multi-day buy side. But You need to be operating as though that we are in intraday buy side right now. That's what you need to be doing. Like your brain needs to be thinking about that, okay? $10. Your Discord went up, $20, $10. Yep. And you can only commit to a 3 month access on the Knowledge Center. So the Knowledge Center is $49 for 3 months. It's like $15 now versus it being like $11 per month. Because I've just been getting people unsubscribing. It's just some people have just been unsubscribing, like a handful of people, maybe like a handful of people or a dozen people a month or so. Like they'll sign up, and then I've just done away with just the monthly expectations because you can't change your life in 18 days worth of trading. Like you can't do that. So if someone is not willing to commit to something for 18 days, then I honestly can't help you. And I can't do 2 months because that's not an option with them. So for 55 days is 52 days, about 52 days is 90 days worth of trading. Is 90 days in real life because you got the weekends and you got holidays. So it's 3 months for the Knowledge Center.
AE, I paper traded the first leg down to London lows on the funded. That was my biggest trade. I got to 5K and got back to the payout.
Really? On a funded?
Yeah.
Or a paper?
On the fund. It was funded.
Oh, good job.
It was on my Traderify. I took it was only 10 micros. So I basically set it midway point through the fair value gap that it pulled. So basically we got displacement down, made the fair value gap, got the pullback, and then had the midway point of my, of my limit order into the fair value gap. Once it hit it, it went literally straight to London lows.
What's the consistency rate? What's the consistency rate on that account you goofing around with?
They don't have consistency. That's why I was okay with that.
Traderify doesn't have consistency?
Not on daily. Not on the daily, no.
Oh, nice. Good job then. Okay. Then good job.
Nice job. But I thought I heard him say he paper traded.
Yeah. That's what confused me too. That's why I asked for clarification.
No. It was on the funded. It was on the funded.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Good job then.
Very nice. Very nice, young man.
Good job, sir.
Yeah, man. I got back to a payout after I don't know how many months.
Yeah. You're probably done for today then. You got the account back.
Oh yeah, listen. I turned the computer off. I almost got the edge to take the reversal back because I seen it after it swept the lows. Yeah, I was like, nah, let me just go ahead and take my.
Yeah, I almost got you. I almost got you to put your hand back in that cookie jar, and it was gonna slam it shut on you.
Exactly. But the only thing with the Traderify accounts though, you can only take out a max of 1,000 a day. So really, 900 after the 90-10 split, right? So I think I'm gonna just take the payout until I get back to close to the buffer and then take another trade maybe.
That's exactly what I think you should do.
Because basically what I got is 3 payouts. So 2,700, and I'm gonna reinvest into some more accounts and stuff like that.
What I would be doing if I was you, bro, is I would be taking base hits and I would be trying to bleed that account out. Like I would be doing 900. Oh, I'm sorry, I'd be doing 1,000, which is 900. I'd be doing 900, 900, 900, 900.
Okay, so size down and then go for 900. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, 100%. You need to be stacking up as much money as you can from the initial beginner account. They're about to dump this and they're about to target this volume balance, this 10-point volume balance, and they're doing it in one goddamn candle. Oh my word. You a doctor? Only 1K a day? Right. Just kidding, bro. Good trade. Yeah. Don't believe this bounce. What's the name of that pro firm? Oh, he said Traderify. He said Traderify. Yeah.
But Traderify also helps me with my rules because it gives me the max. The max you can lose is 1,000. So I don't size no higher than 10 micros.
Correct. The part the part that people really aren't understanding is like if you like that's why I tell people all the time, y'all need to read the FAQ on these websites. Y'all need to read the FAQ and you need to trade under the FAQ. People like, dude, you need those rules and regulations to then help you become a better trader. You don't need to be trading no cash account just free willy nilly, bro. That's what I'm being dead serious. Y'all need to be doing that. So y'all need to be reading like the actual FAQ like a book. And every single prop firm is different. Every single one is different. I get that question a lot. Like people be like, tell me what the rules say on my account. How am I supposed to know that? I'm being dead serious. Like now, like with Apex, sure, like I might be able to tell you something briefly, but dude, I get that all the time. Like you do know that like if I don't know, then I'm going to have to pull up like I literally have to go to the website that you're trading on, click on the link, scroll it down, read it, internalize it, study it, because I only trade with Bullinux and Apex, and then send it to you, type it, and then internalize it to you, and then hopefully you can internalize it like that, and then like understand the things that I'm saying. I promise you, I get. I promise you, I get that all the time.
Yeah.
People like,
So
hey, what are the rules? Hey, what are the rules on 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 Heaven Sent Firm 1267? I'm like, what? What do you mean you don't know? Day trader, my ass. I'm like, what?
yeah, they wildin'.
Like, what?
But yeah, it gives me like that daily loss limit, and then I'll take either like depending on confidence or what whatever I'm doing is either four trades 250 like stop loss or no not four trades. Yeah, 4 trades 250 stop loss or 2 trades 500.
Yeah.
But it keeps you like in that 2 to 4 like no over trading like if you see a setup, you know, and if you lose for the day you just walk away because it
100%.
locks the account.
100% exactly. What's the name of that prop firm with no consistency rules? I think that that's a Tradeify daily something select account or something that he was just trying
Yeah,
to
the
get at.
daily select account. Yeah.
Yeah, the daily select account with no consistency. There's another one that has no consistency. I don't know if it's alpha or something. It's one of them. It might be alpha or something.
Nah,
But
I think my fund of
yeah,
futures
my
and
fund of futures. That's what it is.
take profit trader don't have no consistency.
Yeah, my fund of futures and TPT. No consistency on the funded stage.
Yeah, but I got banned from both of them, so that's why I'm a Tradeify.
Why you open up a case with them?
Uh, with take profit, I did, but my
Yeah,
case is still open with my fund of futures. They just haven't like looked at it.
yeah, exactly.
I
That's
guess.
exactly what happened. I know it. Yeah, I know that that's the likely corporate because that's really the only reason why they would be. Look, guys, listen. Lock in right now. They're goofing around with this trend line and they're goofing around on the 1-2. I believe. Look at this. Don't believe this. I don't believe nothing that they got going on, and I think they want to go lower. I don't think they want to go no higher. I seriously think in my brain, boy, that these people about to dump this damn market. I don't think that this is. My brain is telling me that this is not bullish right now. That they're about to manufacture something weird. Something weird is about to occur. And I wonder if I should participate in this weird shit that they got going on here or not. Something weird is about to occur. I'm trying to tell you right now, boy. They're about to dump this and snap this trend line. I'm trying to tell you, boy, they're about to dump this. This is not bullish to me. This is not bullish. Something weird is amiss, but I don't want to short inside this hole in this liquidation dump. It's best I wait and short up at the top. That's what's best. They're monkeying around right now with this trend line. They could very well bounce us from this and come up into the 720 again, and then I get hurt. Trump dumped NQ earlier. Yeah, that's exactly what that was. Yep. Look at that volume balance that it just created up here on this spy up here at this top. They're about to go higher. Close of 14. High of 04. That's a 10-point volume balance up here at this top. They're doing very weird things and the market is still unstable. They're going to shoot this higher past the zone. I would not short this. I think they want to go higher. There's a 10-point volume balance on SPY. And there's a volume balance up here on the SPX up here too. They're pairing them up together. And it's telling me current market direction. That's a 60-point volume balance up here at this high. They want to dump this, but they just created this up here at this top. They want to dump this. NQ is trying to dump, but SPX has this up here above head. The market's conflicting. It's confusing itself. I think they probably go higher and then they go lower. Best to wait. Watch them squeeze this higher past the zone. Watch them. This is a dual volume balance on this spot. NQ is trying to dump right now. NQ wants to dump. What's the ticker symbol for that SpaceX? I'm not SpaceX. Yeah, I think that's SpaceX. What's the ticker symbol for SpaceX? What is it? Add it to my watch list. I like to see people get burned.
SPCX.
They took it up higher, as anticipated. SPCX. Why is it not showing?
Because I don't think it launches until the end of the day today.
Oh, the end of the day today. Oh, okay. My fault.
I think it's at 11:59 p.m. or something.
They just took the market higher and then they dumped it. Tesla. Do you think people know you're not allowed to flip IPOs? No, I don't think so. I'm being honest with you. I think that people don't know a lot of things. That's what thanks for the Galaxy seeing me. Just seen that, my brother. Thanks for helping out the live stream, my brother.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome.
Yes, sir. I'm supporting the community. Why is the VWAP bands on your? Why is that VWAP bands on your chart? Where's VWAP bands? Ain't no VWAP bands. The bands aren't there. These are the bands. These are the VWAP bands. I removed them. It's only the true VWAP line. I don't want those bands on my chart. Something within me is telling me that this move over here is fake. Look at the size of these damn candles, boy. Something within me is telling me that they're about to damn dump this QQQ. And they're about to go lower. That's what my brain's telling me right now. I think they're about to attack. This is dangerous. This trend line. Look at this trend line they're monkeying around with here. I think they're about to dump this in a minute.
Order submitted.
I'm going to short this right now, and I'm gonna try and get 120 ticks to the downside. I think they're about to dump this.
Order
I'm being
failed.
dead serious.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order
Watch that.
submitted. Order 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 failed. Order failed. Order failed.
Why are they making that loud ass sound like that?
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order canceled. Order canceled. Order submitted. Order failed. Order failed. Order failed.
You must have two mics open.
Order canceled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order failed. Order failed. Order failed. Order failed. Order failed. Order submitted.
Hold on. Hold on. Platform error. Platform error and glitch. Platform error. Don't believe that P&L. Oh boy. That's false. Don't believe that.
Order submitted.
Platform glitch and error. That was insane. That was a full-blown platform glitch and error just now in the Matrix. That was insane just now. What just happened? It didn't copy all of my accounts correctly. Why did it do that? I had to get out of that. I had to get out of that. You can't see it. Oh, sorry. Thank you for reminding me. I was in the heat of it. Discord saw it in real time. I was in the heat of it. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I was in the heat of everything. There was a full-blown disconnect right now in the Matrix just now. Like I shorted it here to try and get 120 ticks to the downside off of this trend line snap. And then they stopped me at a break even, but it didn't close with the trade. Like it didn't replicate the trades across all of the accounts. It didn't do that. So it said that I was still inside the positions. So I had to scramble and then I had to log in to look at my trade positions on the Rhythmic platform, and Rhythmic closed me out on the Rhythmic platform, but my trade copier was not working on Replicano for some strange reason, so I had to flatten everything. I have no idea how that's possible. I don't know what that is. Every single order is different. It's best I not goof around with these people. I'm going to turn this trade copy off. That was crazy. So I shorted it here trying to get 120 ticks to the downside. The trade I did was correct. They dumped it 200 ticks off that trend line snap. So, but I didn't really make no money off that for real on my main accounts. I should be done for the day. But there was a platform glitch in the Matrix. You see this? The Bullinas, my Bullinas account got disconnected somehow, some way. I can't explain that. I don't know how that's possible. Like, I don't know what that was, dude. That was just absolutely insane. That was that was insane just now.
Bro, look at this wild ass 1036 candle.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
That was strange. Don't believe this. I should be break even on the day. I got lucky. Don't believe that. Don't be confused. I lied. I didn't get lucky. I didn't get lucky. They took it straight to the TP. But don't believe the $11 profit. These accounts should be up $200. I'm going to count my blessings, and I'm not going to goof around. I just turned my trade copy off just now. I'm going to have my Rhythmic pulled up, and I'm going to have it running in the background. So if it does something weird again like that, then I can immediately flatten the position. Because I clicked flatten position, but it didn't close out the position on NinjaTrader. NinjaTrader is supposed to instantly close out the position on the Bullinox. It did not do that. Something weird happened. When I saw it wasn't, when I heard that weird sound that was going on, that was when I got out. Let me go to tools and settings. Why was it making that sound? It's on order submit. It was playing consecutively. It's not supposed to play consecutively. That sound was weird as hell.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
That's the sound it's supposed to make. It's supposed to be instantaneous. Something weird was amiss just now. So what does that mean to me? What happened just now? What was that? Was it because of the contract rollover? Because that's never happened like that. Not like that. MNQM6. MNQM6. What was that? MNQM6. MNQM6. What was that? We should not be trading next Friday. Next Friday is quad witching. You'll blow up your account. They want to dump this, I believe. I don't think they want to go no higher. Do you lose threshold on the scratches? What do you mean? Scratches. How long Apex take to pay out and hit bank account if the request is sent? The new Apex will approve it in 2 days. Still about to send. The new Apex will approve it within 2 to at the most 3 days. Then they'll take probably 2 to 3 more business days to send it out. Then it'll take another at the most 3 to 4 business days to hit your account. So from the moment that you request it, if everything goes well, it'll take about a week and a half. About a week and a half. From the moment you press the button request, it'll take about a week and a half worth of real time to hit your account, because Saturday and Sunday is not a business day. And depending upon what day you request, like if you request on a Friday, then you lost Friday, and then it's only going to show up. Then it's not going to start processing until Monday. So they'll probably approve it on like Tuesday. And that process starts on like Tuesday. I don't think these people want to go higher. I think they want to go lower, and I think they just rinse me on that. And I'm traumatized right now. I'm traumatized right now because I'm unsure what was going on with the trade copy right now. Okay, understand that. I understand that I'm just traumatized. So I'm trying to double check and make sure everything is okay. I'm traumatized right now, bro. I understand that. Legitimately, I'm traumatized. So I don't look at things as though, hey, that's just a one-off coincidence. That's not how I look at things. What do you use the copy trade? Replica. I got this thing Jimmy Rig right now because I got multiple logins. So I got it. So I'm using the Trade Copier, and I'm using Replicano all at the same time. And so I got this damn thing Jimmy Rig. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Confirm this here replication defined. They want to go lower, not higher. I told you. They want to go lower, not higher. You should have been shorting this up at the top. How long till they deduct the balance from the account? Can you trade again? I think that's in the FAQ. I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful. I'm being honest with you. I think that that's in the FAQ. Because the reason why I implore everyone to read the FAQ on like a lot of these websites is because in your pursuit of trying to find that one answer, you're going to answer like 3 or 4 or 5 other questions that you probably didn't even know about. That's how I learned. Guys, the best way in order for you to learn something is not necessarily from someone telling you like hey, like this. Like someone needs to bring it to your attention, and then over the course of time you need to be studying that, and then you teach yourself. I'm being dead serious. Like you need to read it. That's why signing up for 3 or 4 classes for $1,500 isn't really going to benefit you. Someone needs to be transparent with you, and they need to be almost like not holding your hand, but like holding your hand leads to handicapping. It does not lead to serious growth. Serious growth comes from you having the motivation to want to learn by yourself and you seeking out that answer. You're not going to build a solid foundation. Because if I just tell you that, how do you, because if I just tell you that, how do you know that my word is correct or not? Like, now, I wouldn't lie to you because I just happen to be one of those people that just don't like to speak on things that I don't know about. But like, if I just told you something, how do you know that that's true or not? How can you go about that with the same confidence? Your brain's not going to register the same as though you're reading it right now in person. That's why that boot camp is there on that knowledge center. So that you get caught up to speed, and then in the free mentorships and during the live trading, I show you. You need to know and study, and then I show you, and then you implement. That is the best way for growth. Otherwise, it's going to take you forever. Trust me. I'm telling you, it's going to take you forever. I don't think they want to go no higher. I think these people want to go lower. Look at that trend line snap. If you ever see something like this, boy, don't you ever go opposite of this, boy. 90% of the time, they're going to dump it. They're going to snap this 90% of the time. I wish I wasn't just figuring that out. I took a short continuation. Sheila from Disco says, over $800. I think I'll call it a day. I think you should too, sir. Welcome aboard. Welcome to your first day with us. Welcome, sir. Bang. Another TPT payout. Pay me, son. Good job. Cool. $500 payout. Whatever it was. So whatever you elect to take. This is bearish, not bullish, I told you. I took a short continuation. I was in a short to stop me out. Good job. Up $800. I think I'll call it a day. DV says. Well, he's new here. Good job, DV. Welcome to your first day, sir, with the NQ Insiders. Man, I love a good trend line. Man, to me, dude, I'm being serious. Like, to me, bro, there's nothing better. And people used to tell me to long them shits. Like, I'm being dead serious. That's what they, man, we need to thank Chilo, because I wasn't trading trend lines like they're doing that with market structure until, like, Chilo mentioned it. Or we had a conversation about it, rather. Like, Chilo was like, bro, they keep on attacking them trend lines. Like, look into that. I think he said something like that. I can't remember. And I was like, let me backtest that a little bit. And, like, I backtested it, and then, like, it's like 90% accurate for, like, a base hit out of it. Now, will you be able to get 900 ticks off a damn trend line every time? No. But, bro, but trust me, bro, you can fill up that piggy bank off that shit. Oh, your shit tweaking. Yeah, my shit was tweaking, wasn't it? Holy shit. Yeah, that was crazy, wasn't it? Huh? What the Yeah. Y'all saw me in real time dealing with that issue just now. It was a platform glitch and error. I did not try to hold on to that trade because I was up a specific amount of money. I closed it and then I reevaluated. I'm not going to goof around with them. They want to go lower, not higher, it appears. Look at that. Look at that Lululemon. Look at that NVIDIA. Look at that Adobe. Don't catch no falling knife. Negative HVL still. Well, hovering. You don't know what these people are trying to do. That's the way for more market structure to form. Sheila on the short. Good job, sir. You know what these people are trying to do. Be on alert. Full-blown glitch in the matrix. The computer just got disconnected for no reason. I don't even know why it did that.
Order submitted.
Now it's back to being instantaneous. I don't know what that was.
Order canceled.
Man, I'm going to just try and take one more solid base hit on this day, and then I'm done. I'm not goofing around with them. Bearish. There's nothing clear. There's nothing clear. They just dumped it 900 ticks and then bounced it off a dead cat bounce. And now they're just goofing around again. You need to be trading these trend lines. That's what you need to be doing. And you need to be praying to God that Trump doesn't tweet while you're in a trade. How you do that, how you avoid that, is you take base hits, and then when you take the base hits, you run away. And you don't goof around with them anymore for the rest of the day. That's how this works. Just so you're aware. Anything else will get you to lose. Up 309 on a funded, calling it a day. Need one more day for a payout. Not messing around anymore. Blew an account yesterday after only needing 1 day for a payout. I was being greedy, not risking this funded. Good luck, y'all. Good job, Zero. One more day, base hit. We'll see you on Monday, sir. Look at that candle. Holy shit. Oh my Lord, have mercy upon my
Bro, didn't you just say
soul.
that like 10 seconds ago?
Yes. And I said it again. Holy cow. Close out the trade. Watch out for the Trump news. I'm going to wait for it to hit the wire. Do nothing. I'm going to wait for it to hit the wire. My wire will recognize it within 60 seconds. Bro, I was trying to long too. And Dev says from Discord, whoa. Right. What a trade, son. What an environment. What a time to be alive. Was that a random 600 tick candle just now that I just saw? That is a random 750 tick candle in 60 seconds. Wait for the Trump headline to hit the wire. Wait. There's no way.
Yo, E,
Yo.
this has happened 2 days in a row. It bounces off OTE and then he tweets and they shoot it straight to the sky. Like it happened yesterday and today.
Wow. Okay. Iranian foreign minister says the Islamabad memorandum of understanding has never been closer. That's what that headline was. So if you were short inside this hole, they immediately reversed everything. That's what that headline was. I'm reading it right now. That's the Iranian foreign minister. All details will be shared with the public in due course, he says. No Trump. Iran. Iran.
So now he's definitely gonna tweet something.
Oh my God. We are living in a twilight zone. Guys, listen, if you're up on a day, you need to walk away. If you are up on a day, you need to walk the hell away from the screen right now. I'm being dead serious. Don't even risk it. And you need to exercise a daily loss limit again. This is my second time saying this ever in the history of me live trading. Yesterday was the first. If you need to exercise, you need to have a built-in stop because the market will glitch out and blow past your stop and it'll blow up the account. You need you need that hardcore stop to shut off the account. That was an Iranian headline. They took the market from 714 to 721 in a straight line in 90 seconds. They did. We're not living in the real world. Off of a word from an Iranian foreign minister. You have no idea what this means, neither do I. Best to get out. Why would you short that though? Huh? Only 2 L's that'll cost me accounts with a back-to-back. We're going to bomb you then. And the next day, he ain't getting any more of my accounts and I got money. I got to, kiddo. All right, Cole, catch you later. I'm going to make sure I'm excited about Monday, not trying to get my back type of Monday. That is correct. That's the entire purpose of the Friday rules. The Friday rules so that you feel good going into Monday. Because if you lose it, because if you blow up all your accounts on a Friday, then you're gonna be salty for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and arguably for the first part on Monday. That's literally that's almost 4 days. Best not to do that. Jeez, Ramon said. I had a buy limit hit because of the gap and fire mitigation strategy because of it. You putting limit orders in random places in this environment? Is that what I hear? Am I hearing you correctly? You had a buy limit order in place to get into the market in this environment? Is that what you're doing? Don't lie, remote. Yes or no? Don't lie. Is that what I hear? You're using buy limit orders in this environment. Just be honest. Because you're not inside Discord yet, so be honest. That's what I'm hearing, huh? Because I think that's what I'm hearing. I think that what I'm hearing is that you had a buy limit order to get into the market and it failed you. Don't run. Don't hide as though you can't hear me. Don't do that, because I know you hear me. It's bang, the 1 to 12 risk to reward. Good job, Josiah. What's going on? What's going on, Dre? Remoted Re or Dre? Dre or Re? What's going on, bro? What's up with that? Is that what you did? No comment. Hey, he's not commenting. I'm not going to grill. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to break it down. See, this is the entire purpose of mentorship. This is what will force you to get better when you're inside here. You can't truly take advantage of a mentorship if you're not open to if you're not open to being honest. You can never truly take advantage of the mentorship. You're just wasting your money. I'm not saying this is remoted Dre, or remoted Re, or Dre. I think it's remote Dre. I don't think so. But I'm just saying, just anyone that's listening, you cannot take advantage of a mentorship if you're not open for constructive criticism, constructive, factual-based criticism. And if you can't be honest. Everybody wants the instructor to be honest, but nobody wants to be honest with themselves and be openly transparent. Like, attorney, help me beat the case and help me get the least punishment. But then, like, you lied to your attorney and tell him, and he's clearly looking at you in trial as they get ready to convict you of you hitting the old lady over her head and taking her Coach purse with her with her last little $30 in there, and you running off like a fat bandit, and you doing the money spread with $15 on Instagram, and wearing her watch, and you was like, no, that's not me. I was not there. I thought I told you. In order for you to have the best defense, it requires you to be truthful across the board. What happened to you, Brett, last night? They want to go higher, not lower. Our 500 I take and enjoy my weekend. That's the life we should all be after in this endeavor and craft. Freedom, time, independency, not millions. That is correct, Cole.
Yeah. Is Asia High a strong liquidity pool or no?
Is who high?
Asia High a strong liquidity pool?
Bro, they just took that out just now.
As we speak right now.
Oh, you talking about on this ES? Yeah, nah.
No, NQ.
Sure. Oh, they just popped that just now, didn't they?
Made a double top with it.
Oh, barely, yeah. They're about, you're not straight gravitational pull. They're about to squeeze that past that zone for sure. They about to squeeze this past the zone. I would not short this. This is about to get freaky. They instantaneously reverse course. That is a 1,200 point move. Wow. Multiple 1,200. Look at this. Straight line, basically. 1,600 ticks. Dump it 1,000. Or dump it 1,100. And instantaneously Judas swing it again 1,300. Wow. In a straight line. Whoa. Whew. From 714 to 722 in a straight line on QQQ. Whew. I canceled my order, but for some reason left my cell in it at Asia High. I woke up 650 in profit. I took profit so fast. Princess. That's funny. You got lucky. You got lucky. Count yourself. Count that as your one lucky bone. Don't do that no more. You need to double check that. You need to double check and you need to go to active positions and you need to make sure you click flatten everything. Flatten and cancel everything. You need to get into the habit of doing that after every single trading day. At the end of every day before you turn off your computer, everybody needs to click flatten and cancel everything to be safe. You need to not be putting limit orders in random places. They'll blast right through it. There's nothing to stop them. They're going to fill that limit order and blow up the account. Limit orders will not save you. That's what I was trying to get Dre. That's the trap that I was trying to lead remote Dre down into. Because I wanted him to say, yeah, I did that. And then I was going to say, why are you doing that? And I was going to show him how they're just blasting through limit orders like they're not even respecting anything. They're just going up and down in a straight line, 1,200 ticks. It's best, like, in this environment, you need to see what they're doing and then press market. I haven't traded since. That's all my luck today. Don't trade no more. I wouldn't trade in this environment. I would not. Did they pop this London high? Yes, they. No, they did not. The scammers.
Not on ES either.
High as 675. No, they did not. No, they did not. They don't have to come to London highs. That was one of the things that used to cook me on ICT. Like, I used to long this here, trading the ICT, and I used to go, well, they got to go to London Asian highs. They have to go there. They don't have to go. They don't have to do nothing. Don't you think that everybody's up sitting here looking at this damn high here? They don't got to. They don't have to do anything. So I used to take a trade like this, and I used to say, well, it's probably likely that they maybe come here, right? So I was like, what happens like if I just long it and I get out like before they go there? And then like if they go there, then they go there. If they don't, then they don't. But at least I got a little bit of money in my pocket, huh? That's how I began to get the most out of the ICT.
They just left an 11 on the Qs.
Lower? I see it. Close a 9. Lower 20, they want to dump. Not go higher. You need to be on alert for if they pop this, and if they start rolling us over, this would be the perfect short opportunity. It might be the easiest money of the day. Hey, bro, how you doing? Grant says, I'm doing okay. I'm hanging in there. Big stretch. Oh, stretching. The rollover F me. Why? That almost F me too, to be for real with you. Why the F you? Why don't you like the XRP anymore? Why don't you guys like XRP anymore? What do you mean? Who said that? I've never traded XRP. I was buying XRP when it was at like 3 or 4 cents or something like that, like 12 years ago. My levels. Yeah, that's why I don't go off of levels. I go off of liquidity. So with XRP, they about to bounce this to go high. They want to go higher as clear as day. They might want to pop this high here. They're goofing around over here in this zone for a reason, I think. I think this is bullish. Why would I come out and just say random stuff like that? I think they're going to squeeze this higher. But we're living in a crazy environment where they will flash random 600-point candles. You better be certain when you press this button. You better not be guessing. You better see some market structure, and you better press that damn button, and you better be gone. That's what you better do. Because they're not coming to play. These people are not coming to play, and they're not playing nicely. They're about to squeeze this higher. I'm not gonna short this. Account blown. Holy, today has been crazy. Yeah, no, today has been crazy. How'd you blow up the account? What was you doing? What'd you do wrong, Farouk? I think they want to go higher, not lower. I think that they want to pop this damn London high over here past the zone. Wait, what? They popped it. They popped it on this candle. They just did that. They popped that high just now on that candle. They might want to come up here to this to what? Maybe make ES do it. That's all that I see. Maybe they popped the high already on. Guys, they popped that high just now on that candle. They did it. What are we looking at? Are we awake? They already took it out. Sitting there running out of miles. The only thing that's left is ES. They might force this ES to do it. Other than that, I'm not sure. This market is just floating around in no man's land. They might take this spot at 745 for real. You need to watch out. This is bullish immediate term, not bearish. I think they want to go higher. I think they want to squeeze this and take out this high. That'd be perfect up there early. Stop everybody out. But now they got this weird pattern going on here. That candle that just formed looks weird. Look at this weird pattern on ES. Look at this. Look at this weird staircase and pattern here. 1, 2, look at this. Look at this, look. This is indicative of something that's about to flash dump and take out this low here. Look at this. Look at how weird that looks. If they don't liquidation squeeze this in the next 1 to 2 minutes, I'm going to assume that they're going to dump this. I'm in a short for that imbalance. I think they might give that to you, bro. I'm being dead serious. I think that they dump this. Look at this. If they don't squeeze this in the next 60 seconds, I think they're getting ready to dump this. This is not indicative of something that's about to squeeze right now. ES and NQ are going in opposite directions. NQ is liquidation squeezing into new highs, and ES is just floating around. ES has this weird staircase of pattern as though ES is about to dump. Boy, I think these people about to dump this. They about to roll this over, boy. They want to go lower. They don't want to go no high. This is strange. Look at that weird pattern they got going on over here. Okay, they're starting to invalidate the weird pattern now. That's why ES is starting to roll over like this, because ES sees this weird pattern here. But NQ is not giving up the ghost. NQ is trying to squeeze. NQ might hold this up. NQ is trying to squeeze, and ES is trying to dump out of this weird staircase and pattern they got going on here. Okay, they basically just reset it just now. I just bought 5 accounts. You use Tradecopia, right? Yeah, that's what I use. But Replicano was the best. We need to have the lowest barrier to entry. Replicano was the best if you got Tradeovate. You need to be on Replicano because you can buy a lifetime membership or a lifetime trade copper thing for $120 versus spending $50 a month to copy trade the accounts. If you're not profitable, you don't need to be trading no trade copy. If you're not profitable, not all, because you shouldn't use all. So let me take that back. Your resources need to be going towards demo trading, which is free, and then to education to then turn yourself profitable. You don't need to be spending no money on no trade copy. I'm not saying that's you, Farouk. I'm just saying in general. I think they want to dump this and then come here to the zone. This is where I think that these people are about to come to out of this zone. How they go about doing this is important. Probably best to wait for a first presenter instead of guessing up at this top. I think, boy, that these people about to dump this and then come lower. The only debate I have is this. Does ES want to pop London High? Does ES want to pop London High? They are right here and they can do this easily in one candle. Do they want to do that? And the answer to this question is this. Do I go against the current overall market structure that is immediate term bullish? Do I go against the current overall market structure without confirmation when the current market structure is showing that they're trying to come here? Or do I make this assumption that they're going to dump this and then target this volume imbalance here lower? This ES is looking like it's trying to come here and take out this high, boy. They could do anything right now. Wow. Carousel? Not yet. Not yet. Carousel, nah. No, not yet. Carousel hasn't stopped spinning, not yet, Nico. Because this move just happened like 15 minutes ago. So Carousel really ain't stopped spinning just yet. Nah. Carousel stopped spinning mean like they were just doing this for like 2 or 3 hours. Carousel can't stop spinning because they just dumped this 1,100 ticks down here. That was just 20 minutes ago. Then they shot it up off that Iranian headline. They dumped this like this off of what Trump said here. That was this dump. And then Iran came out and said, we've never been closer, and then we shot up. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? They dumped this off the Iranian headline. And Trump said they got to stop playing around. And then the Iranian minister said, we've never been closer. And then this candle happened. That was this God body 60-second candle you saw right over here that shot us up 800 ticks in 15 seconds. Because this candle was red at the time. And then when he released it, they just shut it up. The market never looked back. I don't know who to believe. They're playing with our emotions. SpaceX set the top $2 trillion in market value in NASDAQ debut. Wow, they're gonna be worth more than Netflix. They're gonna be up there with damn. Hell, they're gonna be worth more than Tesla. What's Tesla's market cap? What is Tesla's market cap? Let's look. Oh wow, it's gonna be worth more than Tesla. Wow. Session high too close. They gotta take it. You need to be watching this high. They keep teasing this high. They're gonna pop this high. This is clearly what they're targeting. That's clearly what they're targeting. Elon Musk will be worth more than $1 trillion today. Elon Musk will have 1,000 billions. More than. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Like put 2 popsicle sticks at the bottom of the sink and give it legs and let it walk through the door. Let that sink in through the door. That is incredible. I think that's impressive. I mean, if anybody could have $1 trillion, why not Elon? He does a lot. I think Elon Musk has for sure changed society. Dude, with SpaceX, the Boring Company, helping PayPal, Tesla with electric cars. Dude, everything that dude touches turns to gold. Even helping Donald Trump win the election. Donald Trump would not have won without that dude. Like everything, like once he paired with Donald Trump, I knew Donald Trump wasn't going to lose. Well, no, that's not the case. I knew Trump wasn't going to lose when he got shot in the head, and he jumped up for the camera and said, "Fight, fight, fight." That's when I knew he wasn't going to lose, because I told my father. I'll never forget that. That's when I said he wasn't going to lose then. And then 2 or 3 days later, Elon switched from being borderline Democrat to being Republican. That's what happened. That was when the Democrats lost. But who cares about that? But that sealed their fate for sure. For sure. They want to squeeze us to go higher. What the fuck did they just pop the high? And I still didn't vote. Why? Because I don't trust him. I don't trust either one of them. And when we get my vote, I'm going to look at these damn charts. That's what I'm going to do.
Well, you did vote. You just didn't vote willingly, but you did vote.
What do you mean willingly? What do you mean by that?
Meaning that they took your vote access and gave it to the winner.
Oh yeah, that is true. Technically speaking, you are correct. Yeah, because not taking a position essentially is a position.
Exactly. Absolutely.
100%. You are correct about that. Because if I opposed, and like let's just say I wanted to vote for Trump, or let's say I wanted to vote for Biden, or whatever the case may be, I am now representing that one side, essentially speaking. I mean, technically speaking, you are correct. I can't lie about that. We need to wait for a first presenter. He's right. Why not longness? Do you like to buy the top of straight vertical liquidation moves in a straight line, 1,600 ticks? Do you like to do that? How many ticks is that? Do you like to do that? Do you like to buy the top of weird staircase and patterns of 1,500 ticks?
Trend line, LR, and that volume rounds.
Look what's happened every single time someone has bought the top at 1,000 ticks or more. Look what's happened every single time. Annoying. You're right, start laughing. Trendline alert, and they just popped this damn high just now. They might go a little bit higher for good measure. Holy smoke, look at that aggressiveness up there at that top. How fast that candle flashed. That's not to jump the gun. What's safe right now is to wait for a first presented. You got this trend line going on over here now. They just recently just popped that high. Okay, there's a lot of people probably thinking short that, so they might come up into the zone potentially first. Then they'll consider rolling it over. Okay, you don't just catch this upward shooting knife. Imagine Thor threw a hammer. Imagine, because everyone who doesn't even like Marvel knows who Thor is. You should. And Thor has, the it's called Mjolnir or Mjolnir or whatever, Mjolnir. And it allows him to fly. He can fly with that thing. So imagine a Greek god throwing a hammer in the sky and you trying to hold on to it. Don't do that. I wouldn't goof around with that. Thanks, Kalia. At least Trump is stopping all the corrupt stealing from the government programs. Billions being stolen. I think I I think that he's doing that, yes, but then I also think that they're stealing billions too from the government. I think they're all crooks. So I agree with you, but then they're also crooks too. So I think that they're all crooks. I think they're just pointing the fingers, and I think they're all doing the same thing. And I think they're just trying to
Yeah.
get us. And I just think they're trying to get us off sides and then to argue with each other, or to pick choose, or to choose sides and distract us from the real objective. And the real objective is that they don't want you to participate in what they're doing. That's what I think.
You can't look at one side. You gotta look at the whole picture.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I think. They're about to dump this. I can't disagree. While he is stopping it from others, he is doing it now, especially yeah. But I'm not gonna lie. If just stop and just think, if you could say one word and your friends could make tens of millions of dollars, wouldn't you? If you could open up a coin right now called, like, let's just say your name is Karen Renee. If you could open up Karen Renee, if you could right now send out one tweet right now, and if your children could open up a coin that said Renee coin, and you could instantly make print $1 billion the next day, would you not do that? So, aren't they just like us? And aren't we just like them? They're we're greedy too. You know that, right? People like to judge and not look in the mirror a lot of times. You want to know how you're greedy? Because one of the biggest things that I help people with from being inside this Discord is greed. Because I have students inside here that in the beginning, like we just had a student inside here that was up $4,000 and he gave it all away that same day. Like, how are you up $4,000 in a day and you still decide to trade that day? Like, what are you doing? So they're greedy with the market too. It's just that they're just greedy on like the grand stage. Your greed shows in this market on a daily basis. It does. I'm being dead serious. So, and you're crooked and corrupt too, just like we all are. We all are. I'm being dead serious. We all are, and we're all trying to. Well, not we're all, but most people are crooked and corrupt, and they're just trying to get something for nothing. I promise you. I get some people that go, "Hey, bro, you already making a crap load of money of this, bro. You already making a crap load of money doing this, bro. Like, bro, why do I have to spend $49 for 3 months in order for me to understand? Why can't you just do it and just teach me individually, me, and hop on a one-on-one call with me and do it for free? Like, help me. Why? Come on. And if you don't, then that means that you're crooked and corrupt. You're a scammer. I get that a few times. I promise you, because I notice what I like. I notice how people think. Like, what? Okay, this is starting to get freaky right now to the upside. This market is randomly just liquidation squeezing like this. They're gonna take this crap to 725. This carousel, the carousel to me is now starting to come into play at this point in time. Be on alert. I'm not saying that it's getting ready to stop, but I think they're getting ready to start manufacturing a reason right now to start pulling this back here shortly. This is mighty damn impressive. I'm not finished to lies. They might take this to 745 on this damn spy. Good God Almighty, may He help us. Man, I'm greedy as hell. Preach it. Absolutely. The same things that we criticize the politicians for, most humans would do it in real time. They would. It's just that what it is what it is. The safest thing to do is to wait for a first presented at this point in time, because that's going to be the first time they're going to reverse this. But what it is people get upset when they can't participate. That's all of this is. If you were on the inside with Trump, and if you knew what he was doing, or if you knew what Biden and them were doing, or like let's just say hell, even Nancy Pelosi, and you knew what stocks to buy because you were speaking with these people on the inside and they were your best friends. So like you had insider scoop on this information, and or like for example, like if you just had $100 million sitting inside a random account, and you know Trump and you trust him, and when he said buy Intel, instead of because most people have Trump derangement syndrome and they start foaming at the mouth whenever I mention his name, which is weird. And like if you bought, like if you did this when he said this right over here, where's Intel at? Intel about to go back to all time. And Trump said, hey, buy Intel. Here he said this, like buy Intel. He was like, we're buying Intel. I like it. And if you were on the inside with him, and like, well, it wasn't even, it's like he announced it, and like you were one of his friends, and you put like let's just say $10 million inside here, and you were like, I'm gonna trust this guy for 1 year, and you bought here on $10 million, your $10 million would now be worth. You'd now be sitting on 50 or 60 million, just like 3 or 4 months later, and like you did nothing. You would think he was the best person in the world. Like you'd be like, bro, there's nothing better than this dude. And then like when he told you this over here, when he said this right over here, when he was like on this candle right over here, he was like, now looks like a good time to buy. And everyone was foaming at the mouth and they were like, hold on, who said that? No, hell no. When the US was in a Cold War with China for like 3 weeks, and he was like, now looks like a good time to buy stocks. And people didn't believe him again. And then this is not a shit coin. This is the Nasdaq 100. And then it went from 396 to 630 in like 2 months, in like 3 or 4 months, or 5 or 6 months, however long from here to here. Like this. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. Like that. I'm being dead serious. You would think he's the best person in the world. That's what's going on right now. Just so you're aware. But people are upset because they don't get to participate. That's just what I believe. Because if something's benefiting you, why would you complain? Stop and just think about what I just told you. Why would you complain? Why would you ever complain? Why, man, you know what? Things have been going too good, man. I've been making too much money. Man, let me give this to somebody else. Man, guys, I want to go back to being poor again. Man, guys, this is ridiculous, man. This isn't fair. This isn't fair. My neighborhood sucks. My HOA sucks. My HOA gives me $5,000 to $10,000 a day to live here. This is not fair, man. Let me go to Section 8, man. This ain't right. No, you're not gonna say nothing like that. You're gonna be quiet at a minimum, and you're gonna try and keep it to yourself. But if you're not in that neighborhood, you're going to complain. That's how this works. You're going to complain. You're gonna be like, bro, that's not fair, bro, because I'm not in that neighborhood. What makes them better than me? That's how this works. They want to squeeze to go higher. Facts. You wouldn't even complain. Exactly. Like, why would you complain? I'm gonna be honest with you. The only reason why, guys, I'm gonna be transparent with you. The only reason why I don't complain about politics specifically is because I get to participate in this. So my job shields me from that. What I do on a daily basis is shields me from it. They better start rolling this over now. Carousel, stop spinning. That's why I don't care. If I worked in like agriculture or something like that, or like I was a farmer, or like if I was like an oil miner or something weird, like my job depended upon what these people were saying on a daily basis, I would be upset. This allows me to have an indifferent opinion. I think that they're about to roll this over and about to start hunting sell side. We gotta watch this, bro. Man, they goofing around with this trend line right now. This is not good. Watch out for this. I think they want to go lower, not higher. I don't think they want to go higher. I think they want to go lower. Will never happen though, sadly. What will never happen, Roll Tide? Man, I'm greedy as hell. Mm-hmm. Hell no. I'm in until his IPO drops. And you in what, Tesla? What'd you buy, Karen? I think they want to go lower, not higher. And this right over here is the first presented. No, not yet. On ES, yes. They're snapping this trend line again. This is bearish, not bullish. To me. Look at that. They just inverse that. I just personally think that if you let politics decide your life and determine how far you get in life and the connections that you have in life, I just think that that's just not right. I just think that you're feeding into these people's hands. Because I think that in 5 to 10, because I just think that in 10 years from now, it's not going to matter at all. Trump is going to be a figure of your imagination 7 or 8 years from now. You're not even going to care about anything that's going on right now. But you know what you are going to care about? You're going to be like, damn, I really wish I would have learned. I really wish I would have learned that one skill set. I really wish I would have took trading seriously. I really wish I would have locked in with this and then put money inside my checking account and inside my savings account. I really wish I would have invested in that stock market. QQQ was at 1,000. And damn, just 8 years ago it was at 722. Imagine if I would have stacked some multiple payouts together and put $100,000 inside that thing. Where would I be at? I'm telling you. Damn, imagine if I had $100,000 and I put that in damn SpaceX or some shit. Damn, where would I be? Oh man, I bought that Intel. Man, imagine where I would be. They want to go lower, not higher. They're bleeding us out now. Stop. They pulled this market back 300 ticks. I don't think they want to go higher. I think they want to go lower. They're about to come here to the zone. The next bounce, I'm not going to believe. Holy shite, look at that candle. What is that, dude? Oh my goodness. That is a 300 tick flash eval instant pass. Master Blaster said, what the f? From Discord, he said, what the f? Bro, that was crazy. Did you see how fast that candle moved just now? It hit my sell limit. Instantly up. That was crazy, dog. Wow. And then I'll probably give it all up. I think these people about to go lower with this market. I'm being dead serious. I think they're about to dump this. They flashed it lower and they tapped this one minute bit. I think they want to go lower. I think that was fake. That's liquidity, correct. It's the filler orders. I think they want to go lower. I'm being dead serious. They dumped it and then they went higher just now. I'm scanning right now. trying to figure out where they're getting ready to go. And I do not see it. Only thing I saw was that trend line, and then they're just continuously dumping us out of this model. Every green candle now is becoming red. Like I told you, I think the carousel stopped spinning. They're going to come here to this 10-point volume balance lower. They're just not giving me a chance to participate because they're not bouncing it. And the candles are so aggressive, it's making me unsure. They're going to dump this market. This is bearish, not bullish. And I think it starts with a 741 flash. I think they want to come here on this SPX. This market is very aggressive. We just tapped into a 1 and a 50-minute biscuit. Got in on that big flash candle. I think so. I think that was a good idea. I think they're about to dump this. I don't think they're trying to go higher. I think they're going to bleed this out. But you need to watch out for this 1 and this 15-minute biscuit, though, for a bounce. Trump just reposted the Iranian foreign minister's headline of his memorandum of understanding, quote, has never been closer. He just reposted it on Truth Social. I think they want to go lower, not higher, I'm telling you. They want to go lower, not higher. They just reactivated this magnet here in this zone, this 10-point volume balance. They just reactivated this magnet. They're bleeding this out. They don't want to go no higher. I've been telling you this carousel stop spinning, boy. This is bearish. This is very bearish. They want to dump this. They want to come here to the zone. Don't long this. They want to come here to the zone. I'm telling you right now. I've been telling you this nonstop. I said they reactivated. I said that they want to go lower. I told you the carousel stopped spinning like here. I was like, man, this is getting weird. And Uriah was like, why don't you long this here? I was like, do you like to do that? So I was like, I think this carousel stopped spinning. I was like, why don't you long this here? Because usually speaking, that moment where you go, man, this is getting really good. Let's long this. Is usually the moment where the carousel will stop spinning. Why? Because that's what most people think. Hee. Uriah said, he's laughing. But if I loan that and I took your advice, my account going, you're going to be like, ooh, harsh. Arg. Sending the taco truck. We're sending the taco truck for my boy Dev. Don't loan this. We're sending in Vince McMahon for Dev. Because we're sending in Vince McMahon for Dev. And we're sending in taco truck. And we're sending in bank robber. Vince McMahon. They want to dump. And taco truck for everybody else. Wake up. They want to dump, not go higher. I'm trying to tell you they want to come here. There's a 10-point volume balance here. It's best not to short inside this hole. On the next bounce, I'm going to short. They want to dump this, not go higher, I believe. Shorting it here inside the hole. They didn't even give you one first presented on this entire move. They just pulled this market back 0.5% though. In a straight line. Best not to open up short position in hole. Why? Because they do something like this. But unfortunately, there's no imbalance to manage your risk up to the upside. Look at that snap of that trend line. They're going to dump this. I don't think they want to go no higher. I think they want to dump this. I'm being dead serious. I think they want to go lower. I think that this is where they're about to come to. And I think that when they flash this past the zone, you need to be out of there short. If you've been shorting up inside the zone. 1150 macro coming up too. Perfect. They've been bleeding it out non-stop at the 1150 macro. That's perfect. Safe play might be waiting for the long, which is what I think. If they liquidation squeezes up in a straight line, then I'll short it. But I know I got 1 to 2 minutes to be out. This perfect setup, low key. Absolutely. They're gonna dump this past the zone. I'm trying to tell you. They want to come here. There's a 10-point volume imbalance here. This gap, there's a glitch in the matrix that the computer's trying to fill. They're trying to come into the zone. I've been telling you this entire time. That's why that alert's there in that circle. See that? They want to dump. You need to be out of that trade. Nubs. They just flashed 720 just now in a heap. Be on alert. They took this shit down 0.5% in a straight line. If you was in 2 or 3 micros, you made a killing on 2 to 3 micros just now. Second 100K eval done today. Wow. Ryan took that trade. He was out just now on that liquidation sweep. See what I'm saying? Are you willing to listen? And are you willing to study so that you can interpret, so that you can listen as well? Because you can listen to me all you want to, but are you studying that knowledge center? Are you studying those models inside this damn Discord? Are you showing up to the free classes and asking questions? That's what you need to be doing. You need to be trying to figure out what these people are doing. Because these people were in the same position that you were on that TikTok. You need to look at my story right now on TikTok. That's what you need to do. You need to look at my story on TikTok, and you need to review the beginning and the end of Sneaky Rax's journey. I remember when he was like, man, I remember when you joined. He was like, oh, just clicking and watching. Just it's 27. It's a 20-second long video. Just watch it from the beginning to the end on his journey. It was not the end. This is just the beginning of profitability for him. He just took a $7,000 payout just now. Finally. And all it took him in order to get to this point was just a few months of time. I don't need no 2 or 3 years with you. I know for a fact that if you join this Discord, that it'll pay for itself within a few months. If you're serious. I know that. I know how our story ends. You don't know. Because if you knew how our story ended, you would be in here right now. If you knew how our story ended, you would be in here right now. If you knew how our story ended, you would be in here right now. If you knew. I know how this ends. I know how how our little story ends. How can I benefit from the Discord? You need to. How you benefit from the Discord? You need to watch my story that I just posted on TikTok last night. Click on it, and then just read what he said from the beginning, from what he said from what he said in the middle of January, to where he said, I'm about to sign up for this Discord. And then towards the end, to where he said, hey, you changed my life. I literally just got a $7,000 payout. And the messages in between there. And then he sent the money hitting his account. You need to watch out. Look at them just bleed this out nonstop with no real imbalances being created. This is dangerous. Watch out for a potential bounce of some sort. They just bled this out in a straight line nonstop. They're about to bounce this market. Is that a perfect up bottom? Below at sell 48.1. I think they're about to start bouncing this time. It's not below 46. SpaceX is about to drop, they say. SpaceX IPO, they say. When does the SpaceX IPO drop?
Order filled.
Just said it's open. SpaceX just IPO, and SpaceX just IPO, and then they just dumped this market just now in a straight liquidation heap. SpaceX just IPO 10 seconds ago. Fuck, and I loaned it. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Order failed.
Jesus Christ, I gotta cut this. They're bleeding me out. 6 micros. I'm losing badly. Excuse me. It's supposed to be at noon, correct? They want to bleed this out. Losing very badly on this.
Order failed. Order failed. Order failed. Order failed. Order
Get
failed.
out of that.
Order failed.
Get out of that shit by the goddamn skin of my teeth. That was crazy. I had to get out of that. My last line in the sand was below this low. I had to get the fuck out of that. I was catching a falling knife again. I got cooked. Best not to fuck around with them. Holy shit, I had to get out. They break even. They fucked me. I couldn't anticipate this. I longed that as soon as my news wire said SpaceX is going live right now, and I could hear them talking in the background, and then they dumped it off that reaction. Holy fuck. Now they're gonna go higher. I was 2 minutes early trying to catch that falling knife, and they cooked me. I was 2 minutes early. I should have added over here at this 15-minute bid at this 1.5 and this 15-minute bid. That's what I should have did. I jumped the gun. Holy shit, I had to get out of that. Okay, best not I go around with them for the rest of this day. This is not good. I had to get out. I had to get out of that. So this trade right over here is getting ready to run straight to this goddamn TP, but this SpaceX is goofing around. SpaceX about to go live. I thought that they were going to go live at the end of the day. He just said it just hit the wire. When he said that when I pressed his button. And then 1, 2, 3. I was 3 minutes early. Then they started squeezing it to this VWAP. And this one that's 15-minute busy. I got cooked. Shit. I had to get the fuck out of there. I got cooked. Let's not do that again. Today's not been my day. Today's not been my day. I'm not gonna lie. Today's not been my day. There's been a lot of weird stuff going on, like a platform glitch and error, and then with whatever weird shit this was, they want to squeeze us to go higher. I was assuming they wasn't gonna do this. The reason why I was contemplating still catching this falling knife was because they never created any SIBIs along this entire way down. They didn't let anybody get in, so I had to get out of that. So I decided to take a gamble on 3 micros, and they yeeted it through the floor, and I longed whenever we tapped into this 5. And I probably should have waited for another reaction, maybe here. This right here should have been my second position, not my last. And on this, my stop, I didn't get a chance to put my stop loss. I was going to put my stop loss below the low of this candle over here. I can't afford to blow up the accounts. Well, I can, I just got to pay out, but still. How to get out of that. I'm up in my trade right now, 440. TP 520 about to hit. Good job. It is live. It is live right now. Let's look. Yes, it is live at 167. I'm looking at it right now. It's best to, with a brand new $2 trillion stock being added, it's best to wait. Well, it doesn't affect the NQ or the ES at all, but still, it can affect the other stocks around it. So it's probably best to wait at least maybe 10 minutes or so. That was crazy. That was crazy. I didn't lose my training I didn't lose my training like what happened the other day when that Trump news dropped. I learned from my mistake, from the error that I made was this. I learned from that error. Honestly speaking, I'm really at my profit target, honestly speaking, because I really only did make $100 to $150 a day for like the next 5 or 6 days, and then for like the next 5 or 6 days, and like I'll just make 9,000. And I'm in the hole a little bit on these Apex accounts off that Trump news, but I'm $600 busy, but I'm about $500 away from being profitable on those, which is about a day and a half, which is about 2 days worth of work. 2 solid trades, honestly speaking. I think this was my chance to get out. My Bullion accounts, I just need to make like $150, $200 a day, and you know, so I've traded for 2 days. I got 8 more days to trade, or 6 before I can start flipping again. So I got 6 more days. So I got 6 days to make $500. 6 days to make $600. So if I do $200 a day, that's $1,200, and then I can request $1,500 times 6. 9,000. The hardest part in the beginning is getting to the buffer, and then you could just take base hits of 3 contracts over and over again on high probable setups. And then like if you got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 accounts, hell, you're talking about making 15, 9, 10, 15, 20, almost $20,000 every like week and a half. That's what I do because that best suits me. Why do you need to get paid immediately for? Why do you need to do that? Does your job pay you immediately? Most of your jobs don't. Most of your jobs, you need to work for delayed gratification. You understand that. You understand the delayed gratification with that 9 to 5, don't you? But when it comes to something like this, where you can make $15,000, $20,000 every week in up to 2 weeks, you can't do that. You don't want to do that, huh? That's where you draw the line personally, huh? Let me guess. Let me guess. Let me guess. That's where you draw the line personally, huh? You personally draw the line at making $300 to $500 a day for a week and a half, and then we're drawing $1,500 per account. If you got 5 accounts, you can make $6, $7, $8,000 every week and a half. If you got 5 accounts, oh damn, I'm sorry, not 6, 8, 9, $10,000 every week and a half, huh? That's where you draw the line there, huh? That's where you draw the line there, huh? Make that make sense. You draw the line at making $100 a day after taxes with your you know, I'm sorry, you okay with $100, $120 after taxes every day with your W-2, but you up $2,000 or $3,000 on these accounts in one day, not even 8 hours, in like 2 or 3 hours worth of work with looking at the charts, and that ain't enough, huh? I see what's going on. I see what's going on. Look, man, I love your apartment. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Bro, how you interact with that green screen like it's a real high-rise apartment? AI. Dean said, yeah. People were thinking that. That's why I started turning. That was one of the reasons why I turned the camera off. Also, bro, people were getting distracted. People were getting distracted. Whenever, whenever I get ready to trade, I turn the camera off. Because we need to be looking at these charts. You need to be listening to what I'm saying. People were getting distracted and people asking me weird questions. Like, bro, if you sit here and if you study that knowledge center, and if you study up on that Discord and you take this shit seriously, and I'm speaking third person, I'm not speaking to DM, I'm speaking in third person. You as an individual. And if you follow those steps inside this Discord and you show up and you figure out how you can capitalize, because you can't trade like me. Like, well, you can trade like me, but you can't be rich and just copy all of my trades because you don't know what my objectives are, and I might be at a different stage than you, which is why copy trading is a scam, bro. Bro, you can afford a $10,000 a month place. I'm being dead serious. You can buy your own penthouse. You can do whatever the hell it is that you want to do. You don't got to run no damn Discord. I'm not making no money off Discord. I make like $1,600 a month of Discord. and I make and I make $15 a month off affiliates. $15 per month off of affiliate link. So I appreciate everybody that keeps using the insider thing that keeps flashing up to the top. Thank you. Like everything helps, but it's $15 per month that I've been doing it for two or 3 months now. They want to go lower and higher. Do the same thing. I mean, I'm being for real. What I recommend on your first $30,000 payout, that you go sign up for, a $9,000 a month place. No, I'd probably say stack like 4 or 5 months of that together, maybe. But first off and foremost, put that inside of a Charles Schwab account, so that when trading isn't going well for like a month, you're not hurting. I would recommend that. But that's what I would recommend. Honestly speaking, trading hits completely different when you got to pay them bills, boy, and you take a loss. You got to have something on the backup. My swing trading with stocks is my backup. With my trading, that's my backup. Discord just helps pay for my lunch. I get to treat myself to something nice on the weekend. Yeah, I'm gonna stop doing that though. I'm spending too much money. I could buy a McLaren I could literally buy a McLaren 750S Spider. I could almost buy a Lamborghini. Nah, that's a stretch. But I could for sure buy a McLaren. I did the math. I sent it over to my old accountant, and I did the math like a week ago for how much money I spent eating out on a monthly basis. It's ridiculous. I spend like $5,000 a month eating out and in restaurants alone. You know what I could do with $5,000 a month? I'm gonna stop that. I'm gonna start cooking inside the house. It just hit me like 3 days ago. Or 4 or 5 days ago. I'm gonna stop that shit. It's ridiculous. Be hungry, exactly. Yeah. I just want to pay off debt, bro. Yeah. Bro, you can pay off your debt in like one good payout, for real. I'm being dead serious. You stack 1 or 2 accounts, go on like a little solid win streak for like a week and another 2 weeks, or reinvest that money into like 5, 6 accounts and get those accounts to pay out, bro. Damn near almost all your debt will be gone. Not unless you got like $100,000, $200,000 in debt. If that's the case, it's gonna take you a minute. But it depends upon what kind of debt you got too. If you got student loans, then I don't know why you rushing to pay that off. But again, I'm not a financial advisor or an accountant. They're gonna have to get them loans. I need a minute, man. They're gonna have to get them student loans in blood from me. Well, I don't have student loans, but you get the point. If I had student loans, but my opinion is null and void because I went to school for free for basketball. So my opinion is null and void. I'm being dead serious. But still, though, they would have to get that in blood. I like trying to do what rich people are doing. That's what I like to try to do. I'm being dead serious. Rich people use debt to their advantage. That's what I like to try to do. I'm being dead serious. And then rich people use credit card and debt in order to fuel the addition of more money. I don't want to pay off all my debt and then have no cash. That's not it's not my goal. I pay off my cards monthly so that I can avoid the interest rate, but yeah. Cash is king. Cash is king. We need to stack cash, and then we need to actually increase our debt load. We need to leverage our debt in a positive way. This market is acting very weird. $3,500 in debt right now and trying to go back to school in August, Jay says. Really? Much healthier to cook for yourself, correct? They want to bounce this. It's best I not goof around with these people. That's what's best. Best I turn this down, Trey. Copy off. It's a Friday. I don't want to have a bad Friday. Only if it's healthy debt, not clothes and restaurants. That's yes, correct. Your debt needs to be constructive. Healthy debt makes you money. That is correct. All theta decay, you're not a good trading day. I agree. I think it's going to get considerably worse today. Your debt needs to be constructive debt. You need to go into debt with a plan in mind. So if anyone is 18 or 19, you need to go into debt with a plan in mind. Like, if I spend $100,000 on this degree, am I going to be getting a degree in sock making? I'm making this up. Am I going to major in sock making? Like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. Like, you need to be constructive. You need to start putting plans behind actions. Is Robin down for any of you? Is robbing Hood down for any of you? No. Why would I want to get robbed? JoJo Z. Robbing Hood. Why would I want to do that for? Your debt needs to be constructive. If you go into debt for education, you need to be able to see a way out in the end. Like, you need to have a roadmap in mind. That's a lot of people's problems too. They're just going about life with no roadmap. Which is why guidance is necessary. Most people don't even have a roadmap. Look at that SpaceX. Elon Musk is a trillionaire. I don't even feel real. That's dope. Like, that is crazy. I'm sorry, like, that is insane, dude. Wow, that's impressive. Holy smoke cakes, like, one dude is worth $1 trillion. Like, yo, that is like outrageous. There's nothing he can't do, like, in this world. Like, yo, that is crazy. If I had $1 trillion, what would I do? Oh my God. I wouldn't even do a third of the stuff that I wouldn't even do 1/10 of the stuff that he's accomplishing. I would just take the money, I'd be selfish, and I'd just run off on the plug. You think SpaceX shares are good buy right now or too high? No one can answer that question for you. It's only been trading for like 20 minutes. 10 minutes even. No one can answer that question. It's in price discovery. It needs to discover a price. You only know if something's a good buy because it discovered a price and because other people failed at it. That's how you know it's a good buy. If something's at the highest it's ever been, then you don't know if it's a good buy or not. Now, here's the deal. Do I think it'll go higher over the course of like 5 to 10 years? Yeah, I do. So why not? But if you're just talking about buying it for a week, 2, 3, 4 weeks, or 4 or 5 months, I don't have the answer, which is what most people do. Because why? Because most people cannot depart from a significant sum of money for 5 years. That's why they get burned with trading and investing. In order to make money, it requires delayed gratification, which is why most people fail. Listen to what I told you. In order to make serious money, it requires delayed gratification. Listen to what I just told you again. You won't succeed in here if you join in here and if you press that free trial button and you sign up and you go, this ain't what I thought it was. Man, I clicked on these links and these are YouTube videos. Yeah, they're organized correctly, but these are probably YouTube videos. Man, I could probably find this. Like if I scoured the internet, man, I could figure this out myself. Probably. What the fuck was that candle? I'm about to look right now. That was another random 500 tick spaz. 0.5%, 25-second candle. 0.5% in one direction, a 25-second liquidation sweep. 0.5%. Just so that you're aware. That was 0.5% on the NASDAQ 100. This is what you're looking at is not a shit coin. That's not a meme coin. That is the NASDAQ 100 moving like it's fart coin. That's what's going on right now. I'm waiting on it to hit the wire. I'm waiting on both my wires. Nothing. 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 Oh shit. Hit the wire. 10 seconds ago. Stop. Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. Final. Agreed upon text of peace deal between Iran and U.S. has been reached. Just hit the wire 10 seconds ago. My wire. My news, my live wire hasn't even been talking about it yet. Be on alert. That's what that candle was. He's talking about it right now. He just caught on just now. He's talking about it right now. The prime minister just said this. Don't goof around. Don't short this. Are you looking for thongs? Hey. Get your mind out of the gutter. Wake up. Am I looking for thongs, Isles?
I know it's not a good time, but they just left a volume bounce in all three indices. On Q's, it's 11.
I don't trust any of that. I don't trust that, not with that news. He just said a final agreed upon text has been reached. Hold on, man. Let me get back to Isles, bro. Am I looking for thongs? Bro, I'm sitting over here trading live. Let me look me in my eyes, man. Man to man. I'm sitting here. Wake up. I'm sitting here giving my heart out to you, man. Trying to help the next man, the woman. And you asked me if I was looking for thongs, man? With these candles printing like this, man? Are you serious right now? I'm just teasing, bro. I'm giving you a hard time. I don't want you. I'll just give you a hard time. My sarcasm is can be very confusing at times. I know you made a mistake. I know you meant to say longs. You doing longs or shorts? Neither. Did you not just hear that news I just said? This market is insanely volatile. You just saw a 15-second half a percent candle burst in 15 seconds off of a random headline. No, I just joined, Sunshine. I'm full porting sideways. Yeah. You just saw that just now. You have no idea if they're going to give up this move or squeeze or go higher. You need to wait for the market to stabilize off of whatever it was just talking about. Trading that is risky. Everybody likes to talk about, hey, longs or shorts, but nobody likes to talk about, hey, should I do this or should I not do this? Is it safe? Your job is not to make money as a trader. Your job is to manage the money that you have. So if you can't manage successfully a $20, $2,000 50K account, because it's $2,000, because if you lose $2,000, it blows, and a $25 Apex funded account on Apex, you can't manage a cash account with 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, $40,000 in there. You cannot do that. So let that sink in through the door. Some say, well, the rules restrict me. What? The rules are going to help you keep your account. A daily loss limit is something that every profitable trader should be doing. Consistency rule. That 50% consistency rule that they got on those things, man, it sucks. What? Oh, so you like to hold on to trades that make $10,000 in one day, and then like the next day you can only make $100, $200 at the most, and you can't even get close to replicating that? Oh, let me guess. Right. Do you think that that's what millionaire traders do? Do you think that millionaire traders make $20,000 in one day and then like they can't even get close to, not even in the ballpark of doing that ever again? Do you think that, do you seriously think that's the case? Well, bro, in your cash account, you get to request the money immediately. So like I get to withdraw it the same day. Does your job let you do that? When you go into work, can you walk up to your boss and slap him up beside the head and go, "Hey, give me that check that you owe me for this last 17 of for these last 7.5 hours of work, 7.25 hours of work, or I'm quitting." You get to do that? Do most people get to do that? Yes or no? What you mean? I do 100K daily. Hey, what he says, right? He said, "Yeah." Oh, okay. Well, you're 1099. You get to do that with a salary position. Most people cannot. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about you having a job, which is actually very fruitful because the guy that came over here to come hang the TVs up inside my house, I paid him $400 for like an hour and a half worth of work to hang up 5 TVs. So, uh, but so don't play semantics with me and go, "Hey, I hang TVs for a living," and every single time someone hires me, they pay me on the spot. I don't tell them to give me back money, dude. You know what I mean? Or I cut my grandmother's friend's yard and they pay me immediately. Come on now, lock in. You know what I'm talking about now. You know the point I'm trying to get at. Delayed gratification. The moment you start treating this like a business is the moment that your profitability will shoot through the roof. Why'd you take that long earlier, E? Because they bled this out like this nonstop in a straight line like this. And then at the time we were tapping into a 1 and a 5-minute BISI over here, but I wasn't paying attention to this 15 over here. So when we touched this 15, I loaned it again. And they didn't allow anyone to get in this move at all. They dumped it 1,200 ticks in it, over 1% in a straight line. And they gave up this move and they swept those lows. And they ran this LR pattern over here almost damn near in full. That's why I loaned it. Just based off of the structure and based off of a potential bounce on a pullback. And they flashed this VWAP. They flashed this VWAP in liquidation heat, tapped into this 1 that's 15-minute BISI over here. So I literally doubled the size at the next at like the next reaction. The first time that we reacted, I doubled the size on this right over here. The moment we reacted, I did. So that's what that was. Because I figured we were at least going to come up into the zone or something like that by potentially reattacking this VWAP. That's what I did. And I got out by the skin of my teeth. But because of the volatility, I didn't want to get out of break even. I wanted to at least get maybe like $200 or so, which is what I did to accomplish my daily trading goal on all of my fundeds. All of those are funded accounts. I think they're stumpy. I think that this market is goofing around with the SpaceX IPO. And I think that they're randomly doing random liquidation squeezes like this because of random geopolitical war tension headlines. That's what that candle was just now. I think it's best that we go enjoy our day. Guys, listen, I am invoking, because, well, you don't have to listen to me. Who cares? Who am I at the end of the day? I'm a nobody. Being for real, who cares, man? I just try to make $300, $400, $500 a day off of whatever accounts that I trade, and I just try to just call it a day. And I just try to show you on a daily basis, and I just try to be accountable. But at the end of the day, who am I? So I don't know much, but I can see the future. And my future tells me that I know how our story ends if you follow these rules and if you follow these instructions and if you're willing to study. I know how our story ends. Yep. You see this? I know how our story ends. See this, Dev? One drop fill up that damn bucket. I know how this. Just had one of my best days ever. What do you say? Can't read this. My mouse is glitching out, as you can tell. My mouse glitched out. I can't even read the comment. My mouse glitched out. Hold on. There it is. Just had one of my best days ever. No losses I take. One drop, fill up that damn bucket. The market structure is bullish. Made $200 on that. We need to chill out, Brett. I'm going to stay green for the week. No trades for me. See you guys Sunday. Have a great weekend, guys. See you Sunday for class. Brett just made two times more than I wanted to. Nice. What was that on the TPT Pro, Dev? Wow, what a trade, boy. K3 was in long. K3, you up $1,300. You're not trailing that stock? That's dangerous. You need to trail that. You need to, even if that's demo, you need to trade it like how you normally do. Holy, easy pickings of the shorts. Yeah. $1,500? Wow. What account did you trade, Dev? Did you trade that TPT Pro? Need three $50 days. That's it. And break even / profitable. Grant is getting ready to turn the corner as profitability. He needs three $50 days to secure a max payout. He needs to be on like 1 to 2 micros. 630 on the TP on the Pro, $500 on the PA, 271 on the other PA. Green, they make it too easy for us. Time to trade evals. Should I be done? Yes, yes. I just saw this message. I'm catching up on the message. You're done. Just locked in for 1 hour. It's just clocked in for 1 hour on the job. My $500 I take and enjoy my weekend on this payout. That's the life we should all be looking for in this endeavor and craft. Freedom, time, independency, not millions. Enjoy y'all's day. Stay safe, family. Coach says from Discord. Yeah, I'm going to call it quits today. A $500 payout, daily payout. Coach says. Nato said that to Trump. That's funny. Rye made $3,000. I took the short on the bounce after the 3 tap. How are they trading this? It wasn't risky. I'll show you exactly what they did, right? It wasn't risky. They understand the models. They just have different models and like they understand how to manage the risk. I'll show you exactly what they was doing. You want to see? They were some of them saw this weird LR pattern over here, and they shorted up here. This is true LR on a sweep of a liquidity. They shorted it here. Some of them also saw this. Some of them also saw this 10-point volume balance, and when I was directing everyone and saying this is bearish, 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 like Nubs in them, like for example, Nubs, ask Nubs. Nubs has been a member of our community for a while. Ask Nubs. Nubs inside Discord right now watching. Ask him. He shorted over here on this pop because he saw this volume balance lower, and he rolled it out over here, down over here to this bottom. They're trading draws and liquidity. You're looking at this as chops sometimes, but they're seeing clear draws and liquidity, and then they're taking this. That was the second thing that they took. And then let alone some of the trades that I took as well, but they probably got out by the skin of their teeth on that. What else? What else specifically presented itself? Oh yeah, there was a trend line over here. There was a trend line snap that they played. That was the first trend line. The next trend line or whatever that they played over here was this from Discord because I remember playing this. Excuse me. I remember looking at this here. This trend line over here was the next trade that they took. Multiple students from Discord took this trend line snap. They understand this. 1, 2, I believe, 3, 4 count at the door. They played that to the downside. Perfect trend line snap. That ain't nothing that I said really revolves around any ICT. But in order for you to trade it, you need to understand the ICT. You need to understand so that you can simplify it. Here's another trend line or whatever that they probably could have played right over here for a baseline hit. Here it is right over here again. Look, 1, 2, I believe. 3, 4, I count out the door. I keep saying that children's riddle multiple times, and they keep doing it over and over and over and over and over again. They keep on doing that multiple times. And there's probably been about 3 or 4 B plus trade setups. Now, if you choose to participate or not because of the geopolitical war tension news, because they'll flash it up 0.5% in one candle, that's completely different. But the market structure itself is there if you're sized accordingly. That's what they're doing, and that's how they're making money. Just understand that. That PFP and Q outside. Oh yeah, yeah, that's Dev. That's Dev Blue Day. That's Dev. What's your daily trading goal to make like $300 or $400 a day? That's it. I try to space out my trades in over the course of like a week and a half to 2 weeks. That's how I personally crack the code in regards to me getting rich. Well, I'm not rich because I think that if you have less than 5 million liquids inside of an account, then I don't think you're rich. Poor people rich. That's how I crack the code personally. Me personally. So I read the ICT and I take the base hits so that I can avoid being in weird chop like this. So that I can avoid, because I used to short stuff like this, like perfectly timed. Read the market perfectly. And I used to be up like 700 ticks, expecting us to go to this low, right? And the market would stop here 100 ticks short, and it would liquidation squeeze like this, and I'd be down 400 ticks, and I would stop out up here at the top. But my account would treat it as though I took a loss for 1,100 ticks, and I would blow up the account because I was on trail and drawdown. That's how my account would take it, because I was expecting them to come over here and just completely just do this, and like they don't have to do that. So I said to myself, like, what happens if I short it like here or something like that with like a target like this in mind, but then like I get out like here? And like, what if I just do that like once or twice a day and I just come back the next day and do it again the next day and the next day and the next day? Like, what if I played into the hands of the prop firm and I actually was consistent and I just stopped being greedy? Like, what would happen to me? And my life was never the same ever since that moment. But I have students inside that make $20,000, $30,000 a day. So they need to not listen to me, because if they're doing whatever it is that they're doing and they're making $20,000, $30,000 a day, then don't change it. But they're one-offs. They're very unique. I'm showing what most people are going to have to go through in order to be successful in this industry. That's what I'm going to put on display. And I don't want to sacrifice that for views. Because if I was YOLOing 50, 60 contracts, I would I would have 900 people watching, because the last time I did that, that's what happened. I tested that theory out and it was true. We had 900 viewers watching. Now we only got like 70 to 100 at the most sometimes. But every single day you see I'm green almost, because it's called risk management. And I keep on putting money inside my checking account in $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 clips. That's what's going on. And the people that keep on trying to trade for $2,000 or $3,000, they still stuck at the same exact spot as they were last year and the year before and the year before and the year before and the year before and then the year before and the year before that. And then they'll cry and then they'll quit and then they'll go, bro, this trading shit is a scam. Or they'll go, man, it really takes you 10 years to become profitable. It don't take you no goddamn 10 years to it don't take you no 10 years to become profitable. I'll send you a screenshot right now. And I'll show you a screenshot right now of how long it takes you to be profitable. I'll show it to you right now. It don't take you 10 years to become profitable, boy. It took me 3 months, Kalia said. Exactly. Kalia joined this community 3 months ago, and she's already getting payouts. It don't take you no damn 10 years to become profitable. Who told you that? Of course it's going to take you 10 years to become profitable. Why? Because you don't got no mentor. You don't know how to run $1 million business. What the fuck? Of course. You're taking advice from people and you're trying to learn free strategies on the internet. And you don't know which landmines not to step on. You don't know which route to step on, so you keep on blowing your leg off. And you keep on starting over. That's why. That's why it's taking you that long, bro. And you're not taking it seriously. And you're trying to get everything for nothing. That's why. So you can join there and you can click on that free trial if you want to, and try and screenshot everything on there. But you're not fooling nobody but yourself. That's why. Take damn 10 years to become. Who said that? Oh yeah, Discord link is something about. Past Mayville just 3 days ago, and now I'm funny. I don't think I need 10 years. 10 years. But just because you get there, you still need the guidance in order to manage the fund, in order to manage the money. Understand that? Took 10 years. Why didn't you take the trades they took this morning? Because I don't know what trades they were taking. I don't know what trades they're taking until after the fact. They're their own traders. I just show you, and I just show you and I let you know what you probably should not be doing, which is the most important thing. We don't all take the same trades exactly. Kalia's brain works completely different than my brain. But she understands the same exact concepts, and if she's struggling with something, she knows that she can message me because she's a part of Discord. And so we'll work through her issues in order to correct them. But she's her own trader. She takes her own trades. Like if I long the trade over here and you didn't like that, then you don't have to take that trade. You can be like, well, I might wait for this VWAP. Then you would probably long it over here with me over here. Or dang, I need to be right because I only got $600-700 drawdown on this one account. I can't afford to be down $1,100 and just swing that like that. I can't afford to do that. I don't know what that answer is. You are different and your account is different. Hold on, let's look in. You might be trying to get $50 a day for 3 days to get a max payout like Grant. So you might not want to take the same as that trade that I take. I don't have the answer. You don't need no damn 10 years to become profitable, boy. Look at this. Look at Rax, member of Discord, message me. Rax says, definitely want to thank you, bro, for everything you do for this community and teaching us a better way of life for real. I learned a lot of discipline and skills from your community. On top of that, just knowing how to be the change in my family. This is not just a trading channel. I could very well not talk about the psychological aspect. Your brain needs to change in order for this to be possible. If I hand a monkey a $2 million, I'm not calling Rax a monkey, this is my guy. If I hand a monkey a $2 million briefcase, the monkey is a millionaire, but he's not going to know what to do with the money. Rax messaged me January 8th. I joined up on the Discord today, and I got me an eval. Can't wait to start making money with y'all. You want to know what I told him? Look what I told him. I'm messaging this dude at 11 p.m. You cannot speak to no millionaire. He's not going to message you at no damn 11 o'clock. I'm messaging this dude at 11 o'clock p.m. This is mentorship, dude. This is what's required in order for you to understand how to run $1 million business. You need guidance, but you need to be willing. Look what I told him. I could have been like, okay, bro, good job. Let's do this. Hell yeah. No, that's not what I told him. I said, I can't wait for you to get caught up to speed on the knowledge. You do that, I promise you everything will follow. Perseverance and patience and showing up. Everything else will fall into place. The money will start to flow secondary. Yes, sir. I've been tapping into the lives for some weeks now. Okay, cool. He scouted me out. It took him a few weeks to join. I got students inside to make $20,000, $30,000, $15,000, $20,000 a day, and they watch me unprofitable for 2 or 3 months. I don't care when you join. I don't care when you join. I don't give a damn. I can show you the water, but I'm not going to punch you in your throat and make you take gulps of the water. I'm not going to do that. He says, hey, bro, that class from yesterday, which is free whenever you're inside Discord, and just all the materials you gave us in Discord definitely helped open up my eyes and mind to this trading. I appreciate you for being a real one and showing what's possible if mother effers get the right mindset for this and how life-changing it can be, especially with the story you told us about how you grew up and where you are now is very inspiring because I used to be homeless. You having class tonight? He's asking questions like, hey, bro, when's the mentorship class at? I'm ready. I'm ready, coach. Put me in the game. I'm ready to change my life, coach. When's class? I said, class was last night, my brother. It's Super Bowl Sunday. He says, damn, all right. And yeah, I'm watching it right now. I'm ready, coach. Let me know I'm ready. And his journey wasn't perfect. Bro had to resubscribe to Discord multiple times. You just saw that just now. Look. You just saw it just now. Look. Right? No, not that. Right here. He let his payment lapse. But he wanted it bad enough. And he wanted to sign up. He wanted to stay committed. Now look. Payout hit his account. By the way, he sent me the screenshot of this money hitting his account last night. So this isn't just like, he didn't blow this. He sent me a screenshot of this money hitting his account yesterday. Last night he did. It'll take, dude, from start to finish 5 months, 4 months. It'll take no damn 10 years to become. Who told you that? I don't know who the hell told you that. Dude, right now, bro, it's probably like 100 or 200 of them stories. They just keep on coming through the wire. Like this terrible price action and this news. That's what I get off to personally. I know how our story ends. Trust me, I know. You don't know, but I know. That's what I get off to. I don't give a damn about this money. I'm being dead serious. I legitimately don't care about money. First of me being 3 to 4 months here. Jaywalk. But you got a few things that you need to correct though, for real though. Like that greed and the stacking up bases. He said, I have it for you nice, right? Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got this. That's fine, brother. Yeah. Yeah, I'm done too. I was in profits on all accounts and hit EOD because of news. See y'all. Good job. End of the day. Hold on. You lost the money, Abundant? Abundant lost the money? End of day. Abundant lost the money? No. Lost 750, made 840 today. If I wasn't done yesterday, I made 550, be $500 away from passing my first evaluation. Exactly. I remember when you joined too. Look at that. You weren't nowhere close to sniffing in the eval or passing. Now you starting to understand. I remember. I made my money on 2 other evals, man. Just beautiful. Good job. It was an eval. Now I took the money and ran on the pro. That would have been nice though. Okay, good job. Base hits on the pro for sure. Great comeback week for me, E. I told you it was gonna bounce back. Remember end of last week? Thought I was cooked. Never felt better now. I told you. I told you that. I told you that. Because you understand. You were able to survive. You were able to survive. That's why. I'm just going on with abundant. Link to the Discord. Link is on my bio, nqinsider.com. It's $49 for 3 months for that knowledge center. I day trade live for a living. You want to know why? Because if I'm teaching and instructing, I can't trade live. I run free mentorship on the weekend.
Are they gonna flush this and come get that 11 or no?
Discord is $59 per month. Let me look at this. So
It pairs with an ES or a SPX volume balance, LR, trend line. Bro.
Right. Or you can just buy a lifetime for like $400. I mean, it's $100 for a lifetime for the knowledge center to understand, and then $300 for lifetime, $299 lifetime for Discord for forever. Trust me, I know how it ends. I know you won't get that money back. You get the money back in one trade, one day. One day. Do you have a scarcity mentality though? That's the thing. Or you're gonna go to the club and jerk off all your cash. Let me look at this 11-point volume balance. Where? What's the number? Oh,
That's it. In the club.
right,
Right there on the cues at
I see it. The
12,
12
13.
candle. Close of 45. My mind is trained to see this. A low of 56. Close, yeah. It's an 11 over here. This low.
And then on SPX, it's like a 60 or 70. And then on SPY, it's a 6.
They got this weird LR pattern forming outside of it too, right over here. This is leading the way potentially to do something like this. But however, they need to get closer to this, and they need to activate this magnet in order. Look at that. The last thing I would do is long this though. My only concern is that they said that this deal was getting ready to be finalized. That's my only concern. So I'm unsure if the market's going to redisplace back to that zone that we dumped from off of that news. This price action is ridiculous. Yes, it is. You don't love it, maybe you care about it, correct? Link to the Discord, nqinsider.com. It's the link is on my literally like the link is on my bio. But I removed the monthly for the Knowledge Center. It's only 3 months or a lifetime now for the Knowledge Center. Because if you can't commit to something for if you can't commit to something for $49 for 3 months, which is 50 days worth of trading, 50 days. If you can't give yourself a fighting chance for 50 days, then you're not serious. Then our story ends here. It doesn't even begin. Our story does not begin here. Because I'm not making no money off that damn Discord. So I don't get paid to do this for real. I'm being dead serious. So what I'm not going to do is converse with somebody that does not even want to take the time to study and take it seriously. I'm not going to do that. Successful people value their time. They're not just going to goof around. And the worst thing that you can do is try to invest or try to convince somebody to change, and they're not even remotely taking it seriously. Because you could be devoting that time elsewhere. Time is the most valuable asset we have. But most people don't understand that. It's not money. Time is the most valuable asset that we have in this world. It is the only thing that you can never get back. This whole rant that I've been on for the last 10, 15 minutes and showing you that video and showing you all of these examples and showing the people screaming at the top of their lungs, dude, I missed out on trading just now.
Yo, E.
Holy
check the chat.
wow.
Tell me to just walk away and take the payout.
Oh man, nah, you're done. You're done. You're
I keep
done.
trying to get that volume imbalance, so I need to just leave.
No, stop. No, all just aside, bro. All just aside, bro. Guys, stop. We're blowing the horn. We're gathering the troops, and then we're locking Matt Blanchard out of his account, and he has to take this payout. What is that? 20 funded accounts?
20.
He is to take this
About
payout.
14. Okay.
Yeah, so he is to take a $650 payout or a $700 payout times 20 accounts. He is to lock in 700 times 10 is 7,000. He's to lock in $14,000. $14,000, and then not trade anymore. He's done. Go pay out, lock out once market close. No, you're not. Lock out now. Lock out now. Take the minimum payout, and then on the next one, he needs to take base hits of $200, $300, $400 for like $200 for like 5 or 6 days. Huh?
To get to that 30K. 200
Exactly.
for 5 trading days.
Exactly. The next one is where it's really going to shine. But you taking the money right now is going to give you the confidence to be okay with taking the base hits. You need to establish the foundation in the beginning. That's how this works. Wow. Great job, sir. That's what I'm trying to get on. Great
All right,
job.
I'll catch you guys later.
Proud of you, sir. Proud of
Appreciate
you.
you, eat.
Proud of you, brother. Shit. Look at that. Minimum payout 14,000. Wow. Great job, sir. I'm trying to tell you, boy. Go, yeah, log out also. Absolutely. You need to log out of that screen. Tough. Yes. I remember when Matt was watching from TikTok too. And the only reason why Matt joined was because I got banned from TikTok. And he was like, man, damn, I can't watch for free no
For
more.
3 days. Banned for 3 days.
I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, I promise you, he'll tell you. He was watching for TikTok for free, and I got banned, and he was like, damn. Shh. Man, all right. I guess I'll just join the Discord for now. And now look, he ain't left ever since. See what I'm saying? I remember his story. Now he's one of the boys. Well, he's always been one of the boys because I was cool with Matt from TikTok for real. He just couldn't talk. But now he's inside Discord. He can just bounce ideas off of me, and like we can talk in real time, like we're talking on the phone. And like he'll say something, dude. Matt has single-handedly made me money this week. Matt has gotten me strictly him alone has gotten me closer to my payout this week, and hopefully I've helped him along the way as well because we just been bouncing ideas off of each other. Because he'll go, bro, look at that 11-point volume balance. What you think about that? And I go, I don't know about that. Or he'll point it out and I'll be like, yo, they're getting ready to come towards this. And then like if what I say is in alignment with what he's thinking, then he'll take the trade. Or he might be in the trade. He might hold it, like I don't know. He might hold it a little bit longer. I don't know. She made me money this week too. With Matt. Yeah, absolutely. That's the entire purpose of a trading community. It's supposed to help you. I agree. My next is in for a year. What do you mean? I'm working on purchasing them. Just started my 90 days. I did 3 months. Good job, Thomas. How's it been going for you? Is it easy to read? Is it concise? How's it been going, Thomas? Are you the one where you say you're not good at notes? Was that you? Well, you said, man, I'm not too much of a note taker. Was that you that said that, Thomas? Proud of you, Dean says to Matt. Yeah, absolutely. Guys, a $13,000, $14,000 payout is not something small. Understand that. But the beautiful thing about it is he's going to get that payout and it's going to get him far past the break-even point of what he put in to get the accounts, and then he still has the accounts. So like if he just trades on 2 to 3 he only needs to trade on 2 to 3 micros for 5 days, and then he'll make $20,000 again. And then like, why would he do anything differently? I'm being dead serious. Like I paused for dramatic effect. Like why would he risk why would he go 20 contracts in? Why not just trade the same setup and then just make $250 for 5 days, and then $250 for 5 days is like, let's just say $1,300. You multiply that by 10, that's 13,000. You multiply that by another 10, that's another 13,000. Why would he not do that for 5 days and then flip to like the other like day or two and then make $26,000 every week and a half? Or like every week and a half. Why would he not do that? Does your W-2 pay you 20, 26, 30,000, 30,000? Hell, heaven forbid if you even run past that. $30,000 every week? Secured? I don't think so. If you do, you let me know so I can point other people in the right direction. Please let me know. Just let me know. Your W-2. Otherwise, because if it did, you wouldn't be listening to us. Because you'd be at that W-2 right now, working. You would not be listening to us. You say, hell no. Exactly. 3 micros in a dream is all you need. They're going to laugh at you in the beginning with taking these little $300 or $400 days, but they're not going to laugh whenever you send that screenshot inside this Discord of that damn $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 hitting your account. They're not going to laugh then. You know what they're going to think? They're going to go, damn. Man, there must be something else to that. Hell nah. Hating. There must be something else to that. If that's what you're thinking. That's too good to be true. There's no way in hell that many people is thinking that. Scarcity mentality right there. Well, I see what he's doing for others, but if he's not willing to do it for free, then guess what? Then I don't want to be a part of that. Scarcity mentality right there. Well, if he's not going to give me signals and alerts and tell me when to get in and out every single time, then guess what? I don't want to be a part of that. Because I want it easy for free. I want him to run $1 million business for me, and then I take all the money. You're the scammer. You, sir or ma'am, are the scammer. You're the scammer. Like I say, I know how our story ends. I think these people are goofing around. What's ICT? What are you talking about, Uriah? How do they manage their risk? I have absolutely no idea. I'm being dead serious. Like I'm literally like not even joking. I have no idea how Matt is managing his risk. I don't have that answer for you. I know what he's doing, but I don't know how he's managing his risk. I don't know his position size in it. I can only tell him what I wouldn't do. And then your brain has to formulate, this is how I would manage this risk. Because you need a demo trade and paper trade off of it first. Like, look at this trend line again that they got going on here. Look. Inner circle trader or something like that is what the ICT stands for. Just recover this account from being $50 away from blowing? That's crazy. What were you doing? How's that possible? That is insane. Oh my gosh. I'm coming for that, man. I need that. Working on these 13 accounts, different groups now. You really laid the sauce with Instapass and then trusting yourself, obviously, to work them to that first payout and then rinse. I'm trying to tell you, boy, there's nothing greater than that. Cool to see it come to life for Matt and hopefully several others soon. Community's on fire lately, and if you're not, let Matt and others' success be the fuel that fires you to not give up. Y'all got this, man. Absolutely, they got this, bro. They got this. Thank you for sending out that message, Colt. Thank you. I need to lock in. I've been emotional as hell this week. Absolutely need to lock in. Let's carry this over into Monday. No more trading ride. Wait, there's 2 rides in here? There's a second ride? Multiple rides, huh? Let me double check. There's multiple rides in here making money? Because I could have sworn I seen the other Ra in here. No, that's Ra. Must have rejoined. Cause he got the student next to his name. Jedi Master. Must have rejoined or something. The robot must have kicked you out. I wasn't paying attention. Where's Phantom? I rejoined. I had to update my card. Oh, okay. Yeah, the robot kicked you out. I didn't know. What's a low entry fee to the club if you know what comes from being a club? Exactly. Exactly. Most people with a scarcity mentality, what they'll do is they'll go, damn, what? It costs $200 a month in order to be what? I gotta pay my HOA $200 a month in order to live here? But year after year, the value of the property goes up like 5 to 10%. So they rather live somewhere with no HOA and no and no increasement of value than to spend $200 a month. That's how most people think. I promise you. And that's why they stay over there on the other side. So now you get no multi-million dollar house, and now you get to live in a shitty neighborhood and everything that comes with the shitty neighborhood. Losing money and value, not having a solid or nice home to live in, not having access to nice amenities. But they'll go, damn, I got to pay $200 for HOA? What? Man, hell no. I'm not with that. Sucker. I'm not gonna be that sucker. Knowing damn well that HOA is making that the HOA in this random neighborhood is making the value of the property increase by like 5 to 10%. Why? Because they probably keep people like you out. That's why. You need to be on alert for this trend line. Watch out. HOAs limit you. I know, but I was just saying this in general. Yes, that is typically the case. Yes, that is typically the case. They do. But some HOAs are good, though. It depends. It depends. I'm being dead serious. I pay my HOA. I'm for real. I do. On God, I pay my HOA. I got 24/7 security at my place. I'm for real. I could call them right now and they'll answer the phone, no matter what time. I got a parking security dude that walks around the parking lot at all times, so my car don't get broken into. I like my HOA. I'm being for real. I got any problem at my penthouse? Shit, they up here. But some HOAs are bad, sure. But overall, HOAs keep things in check. If your grass is tripping out, then they're gonna be on your ass about that grass. They want the HOA is supposed to be designed to protect the value of the homes or to increase the value of the property. That's what it's designed to be. Some are just ran poorly. But the concept is good. Or they charge too much. Be on alert. Sorry. I just randomly start screaming that. Cause why? Because my old mentor used to say that. Not be on
I
alert.
thought I thought you had Tourette's.
Yeah, right. Right. That's funny. They used to have a show about Tourette's on TLC. But what it is like I'll just randomly say that randomly. Like I'll just be like, because he used to say, look out. He was an Indian dude. Look out. Whatever he said that, like I would snap. Like like snap into place. Like I would jolt up in my chair. Huh? I'd be like, wait, look out for what? And he would say that on like any God body candle or when the market was in free fall. So when he said that, like I just like that just meant to be on alert. I'm saying be on alert up here at this high. Who took the soundboard? Yeah, I took that damn soundboard off. Couldn't even concentrate with that damn thing. I removed that soundboard. I was spamming that. Took that shit from y'all. Y'all abused that. I was hearing Bane in my sleep. I promise you I promise you I was in the live stream and I was thinking about Bane. I was dreaming about a grown man that weekend. I was hearing that dude in my sleep. Oh, you merely adopted the dark. I was born in it. I was hearing that in my sleep. It was over with. That was one of the soundboards from Discord. Chris P. Yeah, he was spamming that. What's up with Chris P? I gotta get on that dude. Where's bro at? I miss bro. Yeah, bro, I'm locked out. Get off now. I did it. Yeah, you locked out. Bro took the soundboard. He said he started crying. Yeah, the soundboard is gone. What broke it down? What broke it all open for you in terms of consistency? One of my favorite movies ever is absolutely. They're squeezing this higher. They don't want to go no lower. Let's not blindly short this. This is a dangerous environment to be traded in. Like I said, man, I was unsure about this 11-point volume imbalance like this. This is still part of this overall move here. I'm unsure about them coming down over here to this low damn near the LOD after they displaced with that news, that geopolitical war tension news. That dude just confirmed, the prime minister just confirmed that they about to sign this paper, put this pen to pad. Once the terms of those deals are reached, expect this market to be up 3%. Once the terms are disclosed, expect the market to be up 2% instantly. Watch. What broke it down for you in terms of consistency? When my mentor asked this one dude a question that he finally responded to on his YouTube, and he said, "Hey, how's it been going for you so far?" And I was not profitable trying to trade like that. And he forced an existential internal audit on my entire life, and I had to be real with myself. And he asked the same questions that I asked the students from Discord and TikTok. And he said, I don't care, folks. He said, I don't care, man. What you tell me? You can tell me that you make the money if you want to, or that you're not making the monies. You can do so. You do so. What is that candle? And so when he was like, basically, long story short, he was just trying to say that, like, you can only lie to yourself. And how's that going for you? And he was like, well, do something else. And so I couldn't be consistent. And I started to finally understand that anything worth anything worth having in life requires consistency. Anything that you have ever done in your life that was successful, it was not like a one-hit wonder. Stop and just think about this. What in your life have you ever done in life that was just a one-hit wonder? One-hit wonder that was insanely fruitful. What was it? Well, I walk. No. When you were a child, you had to learn how to walk for years. It took you years how to do that. Some of y'all still can't even walk straight for real. Some of y'all can't even chew gum and walk in a straight line still when you adults. Sports, that takes stuff on a daily basis. Like, for example, I have a student on site here. His name is Dean. His daughter is going to school, I think, to play soccer. He was probably out there on that soccer field goofing around, not goofing around literally, but you know what I'm talking about, goofing around with his daughter, kicking that soccer ball back and forth, taking her back and forth to practice. Him, his wife, or his daughter's mother, whatever situation that he's in, I don't know, because who cares? For years on end, decades, in order for her, not decades, because she's probably only like 19 years old, 18, 19 years old. But you just look at the point. For years and years on end, in order for it to be somewhat fruitful. It's not something that just happens on a daily basis. just wake up and you just a master. And she's still learning, still getting better. Trading is a skill that needs to be developed, and most people don't understand that. Once I adopted that mentality, I was straight. They're goofing around right now up here at these highs. You need to be on alert for like a potential pullback. They're starting to get kind of freaky again. They're starting to do this weird thing, and then it displays from this trend line. I think they're about to start on the sell side again. Watch out. So that was that. And then, honestly speaking, like I'm not trying to, because I don't care if you sign up for $49 for 3 months and then $59 per month for Discord, or you buy the lifetime and just being here for God knows how long. I don't care. Honestly speaking, hiring a mentor, not hiring, but like attempting to have a mentor. And I couldn't even speak to him, but it took me 2 years of listening to that dude nonstop in order for me to remotely turn the corner versus having a mentor and then doing it within like 6 or 7 months or less. But having a mentor and watching somebody that was successful do it on a daily basis and then picking up on their good habits and their bad habits and then molding that to my own, that's what completely shifted everything for me. I was never the same. But I only had that motivation because I had nowhere else to turn to. I've never had a W-2 job in my life. And I had already lost so much money to where I was like, man, I'm already deep in this hole. I'm finally willing to take this seriously. When I submitted myself to the process, when I said, I don't know more than the millionaire, was when everything changed. And I had to abandon the victim mentality. I had to stop thinking the market owed me something. The market didn't owe me nothing. I had to get rid of that. Scammers. Alan said something earlier that I forgot that I want to read it. No, real shit, Colt. That's so true. Mad and Sneaky got me so inspired. Absolutely, I wanted to share that. Yeah. If you look at somebody's success and you start hating, guys, joking is one thing because I know bro was joking earlier. But like, if you like legitimately like start fuming, something needs to be studied with that because you're only fuming because you don't get to participate. So stop hating and then participate. How you upset with somebody and they got the same access to the same resources you got? How? How could you be upset with that? This ain't no exclusive club. Boy, if you click that link inside that bio right now, you could be inside there. You could be studying up. Time gonna go by regardless. You know, exclusive club. Now, some of y'all might learn differently and at a different pace than others, sure. But this isn't no Illuminati, dude. How you gonna be upset? With it locked in. Senior administration official. Iran deal accomplishes core U.S. objectives. Trump still thinks a deal with Iran could be signed over the weekend or on Monday per Axios. Just hit the wire 2 minutes ago. U.S. officials say Iran deal is days from signing. He just said so. I just hit the wire just now 10 seconds ago. I'm reading it right now. Heard that before. Yeah, exactly. They keep on toying with us. But this time, I think they're serious. I'm being dead serious. This time, I think they're serious. I told you earlier that I think this carousel stopped spinning, and I think about it on the sell side. Remember what I told you about that? I think that this was just an extended account out the door. And then they got to come lower. Watch out. Don't test them. I told you this 3 minutes ago. Watch out. Be on alert. It's the why not mentality. It's the why not me mentality. Yeah. Everybody, everybody think they can run a multi-million dollar business with no work, but don't nobody run a multi-million dollar business without no work being put in. It's the most ludicrous thing. I'm like, wait, what? Who told you that? Signals? I get that a lot. What do I get from Discord? Do I get signals and alert? Oh. So you want me to run your multi-million dollar business then? That's what you want. Oh, you want to get rich and not know what's going on. Huh. You want me to open your mouth like a baby bird and regurgitate the food for you. That's what you want, huh? They want to go lower like how I told you. I don't think they want to go no higher. They're goofing around and they better come back into contact with this trend line. I told you this 3 minutes ago. They were trying to go lower. I was like, this is getting ridiculous. On this candle right here, on this green candle, I said, when this is getting ridiculous, I think we got to go lower. Like, I think about to start to sell stuff. I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you what I'm thinking. And when I'm thinking, they do about 90% of the time. So you need to figure that out. So if you want to long this now, at least you waited 3 or 4 minutes instead of buying it here. If that's what you want to do. If you want to short this, you need to be shorting on a bounce and then try and target something lower, but I don't see what's lower. They're going to have to get closer to this trend line again in order for me to start goofing around with that. But even then, no, that's a base hit of 300 ticks to the downside. These candles are huge. Stop goofing around. Can you link your buy or sell button with mine? I could actually. If Apex didn't patch that method like 3 or 4, like 4 or 5, like 3.5, 4 years ago, I would. I promise you, I swear to God, that's what I would do. I promise I would do that. I would get so rich off that. I swear to God, I would. I promise. I would charge anywhere from $2,500 to $5,000 per month, and I would just run the Replicano trade copier. And like I would just get your login, and the Replicano allows me to copy literally thousands of accounts at the same time instantaneously. And I would just make my normal 30, 40,000 a month, but I would charge 100 of y'all. I'm sorry, I would charge 1,000 of y'all like $2,500 to $5,000 per month. And then like you would make 20, 30,000, 20 minimum, 20, 30, $20,000 a month without doing nothing. For doing nothing, you would make like 20, 30,000 a month. That's what some people were doing with the Apex, and then they caught on like 3 or 4 years ago, and then like that's why they started doing the video recording, because they want to see who's pressing the button. That's why they started doing that. And what's his name? Daryl Martin showed proof that they caught people doing that. I watched why? Because I watched a 2-hour video that he had. I watched it while I was walking on the treadmill over the course of like 2 days. Because I wanted to understand why they was asking people to record. And then like he explained it, he showed it in the video. The founder and CEO of Apex. He was like, we got people in like Singapore and we got people in foreign countries paying people inside of a Discord, and we got access to those Discords. He was like, we caught them paying $2,500 to $5,000 per month. And then they were hitting Apex. So and he was like, and they were hitting Apex over the head for $40,000, $50,000 a month in profits, and these people weren't even trading. And he was like, and it's one guy, and we traced it back to his MAC address and his IP address. And we timestamp all of the entries and exits for thousands of accounts entering at the exact same second, at the exact same micro millisecond, in and out on every single entry. Here's the proof. And he showed it. I didn't believe him. I thought that he was trying to get over. Of course, scarcity mentality that I had back then in the day. Victim mentality. But it's true. And he showed it. So he was like, no more with that. He was like, we want to see if you can trade now. So he was like, any person that takes a trade, he was like, we have a robot in place now that timestamps and time logs every single trade and scans through it. Any person that takes the same exact trade as that person will know. That's what he said. You never asked me to record when they pay me. They only do that if they're suspicious now, or like if it was a large payout. Because back then, if it was anything more than $15,000, $20,000, then that's when they do it. Because the last $25,000 payout that I got from them, they asked me, for it. Every time I request a payout for more than 20 to 25,000, they ask me to trade for another 3 more days and to record myself. If it's less than 15, 20, they really don't care too much. For sure, less than $10,000, they don't give a damn. Why are car manufacturers making cars that look like squares? No. Like, why are they all trying to gravitate towards cars that look like squares? BMW just released a new M car and a new M series, M concept, new class, and it's squared out. Like the back is like a square. Why are they doing this? Ferrari too. It's ludicrous.
It's
There's a,
wind drag.
this is a dangerous environment. What's the best Apex playing? The opportunity that gives you the opportunity that gives you the most cracks at the funnest stages possible, and the one with the most rules and regulations. That's what's best. So 50K intraday, $25 account. You would have to blow 10 of those accounts to lose 250 bucks. If you blow 10 accounts and can't pass not one, you don't need to be trading for real. You need to be on demo. So for $250 or less, you'll know. You need to be back on demo. That's what you need to be doing. If you blow 10 accounts and lose $250 and then you pass it on your 11th try and you activate it, you you only in the hole 300, 306, $375. And you get that to a payout because now you finally understand. Well, you just turned 400 bucks and you just multiply that by 4x. If you get a $2,000 payout, or hell, let's just say that you take $1,000 payout, you still doubled your money. Even if you take a $500 payout, which is the minimum, you back to break even, and then now you still got the account, but you're back to break even. So you can just do it over and over again until you finally get there, nonstop. And then once you have your breakout, you have your breakout, and you get like $1,000 or $1,500 payout, and now you up. Your job is to consistently stay as close to break even as possible so that you can take advantage or take the lead in the most crucial moment. If you don't believe me, look at what happened to the New York Knicks. You need to try and keep the game as close as possible so that you can give your best self, so that you give yourself the best chance to succeed in the end. And it can all come down to a final moment. But you won't get a final moment if you take yourself out the game and if you don't keep it close. So if you keep on trying to swing for the fences and you keep striking out, then you're not gonna get a chance to take a base hit. Base hits are only possible because you kept the game close. I'm sorry, yeah, because you kept the game close. You can't take the lead if the if the opponent run away on the plug and run away with the game and just blow you out. Your opponent is the prop firm. Understand what I'm telling you? That's your opponent, and their job is to take money from you as much as possible. Your job is to take the money from them, from what you put in. That's your job. They're running a business. Why are you not running a business? Why are you sitting there goofing around and not running a business? Mark want to go higher. Don't take my trade, Z. Brett says. Illuminati. Yeah. They pulled it back and they bounced it. They're gonna take this market higher. Timestamp 126. What is that? Mm. Look at that. Mm. You need to watch out for that. The computer knows. They might take this to 725 and then dump. But the computer knows. It can see this. It can see this trend line. I'm telling you, so me God, it can see that. It knows. It knows that this trend line is here. It knows that it's gonna hurt people. Let's not call it a day. I don't want to have a bad Friday. Let me log into my Apex, see what's going on. They want to dump that, not bullish. they're coming into contact with this trend line. It's their third time touching this. I don't think they're trying to go higher on a serious note. I think they want to go lower. Guys, timestamp is 128. Guys, I seriously think that we just going on about to enjoy our business because they keep on floating this geopolitical war tension news, and they've caused 3 liquidation candles and like 3 or 4 liquidation sweeps multiple times today. And this deal is on the horizon. It's a Friday. They're goofing around with this contract rollover between today and next Friday, OPEX. You don't want to be traded next Friday. That's dangerous. They're goofing around with that. Man, all this aside, I seriously think it's best that we just call it a day. I'm being serious. I just think that we move forward. Seriously, all this aside. I'm being serious. Guys, I'll see everybody on a Sunday. A Sunday, more than likely Sunday for the class, because the game is on Saturday. I'll see you guys on Sunday for the mentorship class. The link is inside my bio, nqinsider.com. Please stay away from the scammers. I will never ask you for any money. I will never do that. If you want to join our community, it's there. Got Discord members. If you have any questions, please DM me. We can go over a lot of different things. Please stay green on the day. Don't give up your money. If you're at a payout, you need to request a payout. In this environment, especially if it's your first and maybe your second one, you need to request that minimum. That's what you need to be doing. You need to be taking base hits on small size and get in and out of the market, okay? I believe in every last one of you guys, and I love you most importantly. All righty? DM me if you got any questions. At 1:30, bro. I'm gonna cut this. I don't wanna goof around with them. I seriously think that my next trade that I take is probably gonna be cooked. So I don't wanna goof around with these people. I'm being for real with you. I'm being dead serious. I don't wanna goof around with them. It's just not worth it. Best up, be smart. I love you guys and I believe in you. I know that you can do this. All righty? See you soon. Take care, brother. Have a good weekend, bros. Catch you later, Rob. Talk soon, guys. Good job. I'm proud of every last one of you. Look at this trend line. They better snap it. They're goofing around with that trend line. They're going to snap that trend line. Be on alert. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. NQinsider.com. I believe in you.